everybody, how you doing tonight? What's going on? Thank you for rolling with Off the Court. I'm up here with my ladies L and Miss D. Hey y'all. Hey, let's do some housekeeping. Hit the like button as you come in the door. I know some of y'all was over there listening to KSAP. So yes, you gotta hit the like button again. If you have
Again.
not, and again, and if you haven't subscribed to our channels, um, please subscribe to Cut the Ish Real Talk Sports, KL Jones Media, and Miss D6 Women's Sports. If I have any moderators in the chat, could you please drop the links? At some point, we're gonna have to get them up here on the screen so we can make sure y'all know where to go. But please subscribe to all of our channels. How y'all doing tonight? I'm all right.
And
How y'all
Doing
feeling?
good.
listen,
Doing good.
I'm super excited. This is our second episode of Off the Court, the cultural impact of women in sports, with my amazing co-host Keisha from Cut the Ish Real Talk Sports. And tonight we have our sis Miss D, and we're gonna chop it up. If you missed our premiere episode about a week or so ago, and we had our sis ADP on, we're gonna keep bringing y'all the heat. This is real talk, real impact, real stories about women in sports and their impact off the court as well as on the court. Everybody focuses on what's happening in between the lines. We go beyond the lines and tell the real stories, and we break down the business side of this thing, and how people can not only succeed, the lessons that they can learn, but how they can continue to elevate. So if y'all ready, because we got some heat tonight, but
Yeah.
I'm taking control of the ship for a minute. We will not drop none of these goodies, none of these gems, if you don't hit the like button, if you don't share this out, and talk to us in the comments.
Please talk to. Be respectful while you
Yes, yes.
comment in the chat. Be respectful. Don't start
Yes.
talking about slapping each other. Just be respectful in the chat. Because sometimes we do be having great conversations up here on the panel and don't know stuff be going on in the chat. So just be just be respectful of each other in the chat. Oh, hey, I'm gonna let you. Where you want to start? Let's get this thing going. I'm gonna let you direct this ship,
No,
and
let's go
I'll.
ahead and let Miss D introduce herself first. We got to,
Oh,
Mama
Miss
taught us
D,
manners.
Miss
Hi,
D.
everyone. I'm Miss D. Six Women Sports is my channel. I've been rocking with the Simply Ball Dropping family, Keisha, L, everyone, and I'm happy to be on the panel tonight.
Thank you for coming, Miss D. Thank you, thank
Yes.
No problem.
you. You sure you
Thank
want
you.
to roll with me and Crazy L? Yeah.
I can handle it. I can handle it. I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
All right. Listen, make sure we are super excited to have you here. Y'all make sure if you have questions, comments, go ahead and drop them in the chat. If you are tuning into the replay, thank you for being here. You're just as much a part of this community and this family, and we value your time, especially if you on the replay, because that means you got to come back and watch what we've already been talking about as opposed to being engaged with us live. But let's get into it.
Hmm.
All Star Weekend, we saw some things. Like it, love
Uh-huh.
it, hate it, don't agree with it. This show is about storytelling, marketing, branding, and cultural impact. And we saw that on full display All Star Weekend. So we're going to start with the StudBudz. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
The rise and fall of a multi-million-dollar brand in the making,
Mm.
destroyed in 7 days. How can you destroy a brand in 7 days? We'll pay close attention because the StudBuzz is a great case study on how that can potentially happen. All right.
Mm.
Not only
Hey.
that, we're going to give y'all a masterclass on personal branding. You heard us talk about it on multiple shows within this network of Simply Ball Dropping. You've heard it on the Full Court Trio. You've heard it on Cut the Ish Real Talk Sports. You've heard it on Steady Serving. You've heard it on the Players Club. We talk about the business side of this industry, this sport, and this league. And they go hand in hand. It's not just about the talent, because talent can only take you so far. And talent,
Yep.
especially if your talent is contingent upon your physical ability, It can only take you so far. So, getting into branding and marketing and what that looks like. And so, of course, we cannot talk about branding, marketing, or anything else, cultural impact, without talking about our girl, our niece, our cousin, whatever you want to call her,
Yeah.
Angel Reese, right?
Yep.
We also going to be talking about Sabrina Ionescu and her brand, and everybody's favorite, Ellie the Elephant from the New York Liberty. So,
Everybody's favorite mascot. She got fans
everybody's
all over the
favorite.
world.
Right, exactly, exactly. So, Keisha, let's just go ahead and get into it, and let's talk about um, the vitality and volatility of the StudBudz brand. You have some numbers to share with our community, with our viewers and our audience. Let's start with who the StudBudz are, right? I think
Uh-huh.
everybody knows that, but just in case there's somebody who don't know nothing about the StudBudz, we'll briefly talk about who they are, what their social media or online digital imprint looked like
Mm-hmm.
before All-Star Weekend, and then what
Mm.
it looked like after All-Star Weekend, or the culmination of that those 72 hours that they stream. So let's get into it.
Well, let me start out with this. You know, I love starting out with numbers before I
Yes.
start playing some videos. But I just want to let you guys know that the StudBuzz had about, before All Star Weekend, they had about 10,000 followers, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
Then All Star Weekend starts to begin, and they out there doing their thing, they hanging out, they 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 premiered that 72 stream. We're gonna be live for 72 hours. That piqued a lot of people's interest, so they grew to like 31,000 followers. By the end of that weekend, they were at 70,000 followers, y'all. Like at
Say it again, Keisha. Say it
over a
again.
million, 70,000 followers in a weekend, and a
Mm-hmm.
million views by the time the weekend was over. So they went from like 10,000, because they just started like a month or so before that.
Mm-hmm.
And they knew that, and it was just, I would say it was very genius. They knew, look, I need to hook up with the brightest stars, the people that people want to see, the hottest thing smoking in the WNBA, of course, Angel Reese. I'm gonna hook up with Caitlin Clark. I'm gonna hook up with Paige Beckers. They knew all this was gonna blow their channel up. And
I
so
don't
that
think they knew how much though. I don't think they knew how
I
much.
agree
And
with that.
we talk about the numbers, right? So to
Hmm.
Keisha's point, what she just shared was they went from 31,000, approximately 31,000 followers prior to All Star Weekend, and exploded like dang near quadruple that amount, going up
Hmm.
to 70,000 just in a 72-hour period. We're not even talking about after that, like that Sunday through Monday or Wednesday of the following week. And one of the growth drivers for them, the reason why that was such that happened, and in the way that they happened, was they gave unfiltered access, round the clock access. I saw all over social media, folks felt like they were at All Star Weekend and they never left their house. They were on
Hmm.
their iPads. They took their iPad to every room that they was in. They fell asleep watching them sleep. It was this
It was crazy.
it was this unfeathered access that people had, and they got to see. It was unscripted, so it wasn't, like a reality,
Uh-huh.
some even reality shows sometimes have scripts, but this was truly unscripted. It was raw, it was authentic storytelling, it was the untethered access that people had, and they had it for free, which I'm going to get into why that was a mistake for them. um but it was all of these contributing factors that was the ultimate growth driver for them to experience that type of success in such a short window of time. Yeah, we see somebody like an Angel Reese, who she does her TikTok, she's on Instagram, but we got to see her in a different way. And part of that was the environment, like even her mom getting in on it, and sharing content and saying, I'm so happy to see my baby enjoying herself, because she doesn't get an opportunity to do this often, right? So then that
Right.
let us know, as fans and as viewers watching, that this was something like we're getting to see her in a different light that we may not necessarily see. It, for those who don't like her, the player, Cece, she became more likable to some people
Yeah,
because we
yeah.
got to see her hanging out with Mario and singing the lyrics to the song. Like,
Right.
we got to see, we saw Kathy Engelberg with her Valentinos on, trying to kick it with them. So we got this
Right.
access to the people, seeing them in a different light that we wouldn't have normally seen them in. And those are all working together simultaneously is what led to them being so successful in that way.
I would say, hey, Miss D, I want to ask you a question. When somebody said they was gonna do a 72-hour live stream, what went through your mind? Did you think it was gonna be like that?
I didn't stay up 72 hours, but some people stayed up 72 hours to watch them. And watch a bits. I watch it a bits and pieces. I can't even say it.
Right.
Oh, but some people, stood up and hang with them. It was on a Friday, Thursday to Friday. They ain't had nothing to do like Friday, so they they had time to just chill out and hang out. So some people did it, and it was a kind of a genius idea for them to do
Mm-hmm.
that. So yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And I do think, and I think because I think on their Twitch account you had to like get a membership, but however, like Elle said, even if you the only reason why you needed the membership is if you wanted to comment. But if you just wanted to
Mhm.
watch it, it was free. But hold on, let me show y'all a clip of how they strategically started off their 72-hour live stream. They started off straight up saying, you know what? We need to go start messing. We need to go start messing with the people that matter. Because we trying to sell this thing. Hold on.
Wait, I thought I heard fine shit or something.
Now, Angel.
I thought they said something about fine shit or something. I thought they said something about fine shit or something. That's the stream,
Yeah,
man.
that's the stream.
Tell the people what you got on, twin. God damn, you look good.
Old money, new money. Same money. How
Yeah.
you doing? I seen you. Let's talk about the repost that you. We're not even.
Ah!
No, because we've been talking about it all day. Because now I gotta
she
go on
got
a date. I got a date.
She gotta go on a date on the stream too.
Y'all look
All
fire.
because- Thank you, twin.
Y'all matching your 20?
You know what's going on.
Pink hair. Y'all so nice. She acted up.
Yeah. We'll get up with you later.
We'll get up with you.
We'll talk about it later. But let's get over
I mean, y'all.
They so goofy.
And let's be clear, anybody could have grabbed their camera and said, we're going to go live for 72 hours, but not everyone would have had the same type of impact or experience and success because personality is a huge part of all of this. You can't be you can't be CP and then decide you're going to get in front of the camera and do something and have a very dry personality and
Right.
think that it's
Yeah.
going to work, right? You got to have a certain type of aura, personality, and really, even if you're not super media savvy, people are going to be drawn to who you are as a person and the authenticity of how you show up and take up space. So that's why it worked. And I would say that of the two, the duo, I think that Courtney's personality probably carries their brand a little bit more.
Yeah, because she's very likable, fun. She's outgoing. Even if Letitia Heidemann was outgoing, she's a great sidekick. You know what I'm saying? It was a great mix of things, especially Letitia Heidemann was ready to do every dance, everything they wanted to do out there. And she could hang with her. So yeah, I thought it was very, and they were talking about they were they made sure they went up to everybody that they needed to go up to get it popping. Like it's almost they knew. Look, I need to go show this. People want to see this. People want to see that. People want to see these people in a normal light.
Yeah,
and I think she baited Cece into a lot of things because Cece was up there screaming and singing, y'all.
I didn't know she had rhythm. Like
They had everybody doing electric slide. They was getting it. They knew all the slides. So they was getting up there. But did we notice how small Courtney and Letitia is compared to Angel? Like little little bits. I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah.
so cute. Look at that. Look at that.
Characters out of Toy Story.
Hold on.
Oh
Before you
my
even
god.
you ain't no good. So you gonna make me do it. I wasn't gonna do it, but now I got to do it. I got to do it now because you didn't brought it up. So that is. Hold on, y'all.
Right there. Big Lee
I told you.
She twerked on everybody.
He's in my fucking belly
Look at Paige.
Aw.
Right there. Yeah, this shit lit. I need a drink. Come on, let's go get Big Lee
He over there bobbing
Look,
like.
And then Angel gonna put on heels. Like, come on,
I
man.
know. Look, you know what they look like? She like Snow White, and they're like the Seven Dwarfs. That's what they look. They look like. Look, she like Snow White compared to them.
He taller
No,
than
she looked like
everybody.
y'all remember Xena the Warrior. Y'all don't remember
Right.
Xena the Warrior?
That's
She
so
looked like Amazon.
It's like, okay. So yeah, they knew what parties to go to, who to get in their little circle, who to get their string popping. I mean, so kudos to them. Look, it started off good. But hey, now that we done had fun, we seen everybody having fun, and you got that access. I wasn't down with watching them sleep. I know people were still watching them sleep. I peeked in on it, and I was like, they got 13,000 people in this Twitch
Watch them sleep. Right.
watching
That's
them
crazy.
sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
I was like,
So
they were entertaining. It was nice to see the other WNBA players come in and talk to them and go in and out. And that pony song, girl, they had me singing that pony song.
oh my gosh. That pony song got on my nerves.
Yeah, she knew it
On
by
my
heart. Courtney,
last
yes. Oh my
nerve.
God.
They
Courtney.
kept singing that pony song.
On my last nerve.
Oh man.
But now look, it was fun.
Woo, it was fun while it lasted, but my, how quickly things can change. They definitely had an FAFO experience. Actually, an FAAFO experience. If you don't know what we're talking about, I've never seen, y'all know, and for those of you who don't know, I've been in branding and marketing and media and entertainment for more than 30 years in a variety of different capacities across multiple industries. I have never seen the epic rise and elevation of a brand and the downfall of a brand so quickly. Never in my life have I ever. And part of the reason why we're talking about this is we have all kind of folks a part of this community: professionals, career professionals, business owners. Some are doing both, entrepreneurs, and everything that we do, whether you realize it or not, you have a personal brand. And being authentic and true to what that brand is super important, even in the face of a big bag being on the line. And I think this is a cautionary tale of how to handle stuff. Just because people seem to be consuming what you're putting out, they're enjoying it, especially if it's has a controversial edge to it, or you're really outspoken. I don't ever want anybody to believe that that's enough to keep your brand value and your brand fans, if you will, your tribe, because all it takes is one misstep, one mistake. And here's the thing: you can have a misstep or a mistake, and how you handle it means everything. That you will still, you might lose some, but the faithfuls, they'll be compassionate and empathetic and understanding enough to ride with you, because everybody makes mistakes. Doesn't matter how old you are, what you know, how much you've been doing it. Everybody is subject to fall and make a mistake. But when you double down on your, when you double down,
we gonna play it. Hold on, let me get the money. Hold on 1 second. Thank you, JR, for the $5 super chat. She say, "What up, Keisha? That party was wild. Y'all didn't see when Jackie Young was trying to kiss Angel. What? Jackie Young?
No, I didn't see that.
Y'all gonna
Well,
have to send me some.
everybody try to get at Angel,
That's
even Letitia,
so
Jackie.
let's be sure that the stuff that we share here in this
Oh,
community is backed
allegedly.
by
Say
facts,
allegedly.
Look,
right?
Right.
allegedly.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's not
Oh,
do
hold
that.
on.
That's not what we
Oh,
do over here.
hold on one second. Thank you for the $2 super chat, Ready Milky Way. No way, Jose. My love is always conditional. Ready Milky Way. I understand where you coming from, but hold on. Let me take this out. Let me tell y'all. It they had a great weekend. They was bragging each other's hair. They was stopping each other from hurling. They was giving each other their Tylenol for their hangovers. And then we get back to our prospective cities and get ready to play. And lo and behold, somebody reaches out to the stud bud. Like Elle said, this is a cautionary tale because some things, if it's not aligned with your brand and what you're trying to project, no
Mm-hmm.
matter how good the deal is, you can't take it because it's not in line with your audience. So you, I mean, you can take it, but you might end up alienating your audience. So hold
Yeah.
on, I'm gonna bring up what Courtney had to say because she.
Well, before you do that, let's talk about the
Go
who, the what. So Dave Portnoy,
ahead.
who is the creator of Barstool Sports, reached out to the StudBudz. Or no,
Mm,
let me restate that. It has been reported that their manager, the
mm,
same guy that was sitting courtside harassing Angel at the Minnesota Lynx Chicago Sky game, is the
mm.
same guy that was behind the camera carrying the camera phone on the gimbal filming them throughout the weekend. He's a manager. This is the same person that reached out to Dave Portnoy and his team at Barstool,
Uh,
to talk about the possibility of them collaborating and having Dave come on to the
mm.
StudBudz platform to their stream.
And I
And
think y'all all know about the guy that got into it with Angel at the game.
yes. Hmm.
Okay, keep going.
And I think that's problematic for so many reasons, right?
Because he's
Um,
Natisha Heideman's
he's Natisha
person.
Heidelman's manager, but after the incident at the game, anything remote, like it should have been shut down, because when you're a manager, you work for me. It's not the other way around. I, as the talent, help to employ you. You get a bag when I get a bag. As a talent agent, as a sports agent, you get a bag when I get a bag. You work for me. It's not the other way around in a more traditional manager type of role, right? And so if you messing up my brand, you messing up my bag. And I can't have that. So that harassment thing at the game should have been a warning. But then you double down and you go and reach out to someone who has publicly and in their own words admittedly state that they hate me, they harass me, they talk about me very negatively, they are sexist, they're homophobic, they're racist, they have a
Mm-hmm.
fetish for younger women, that like they don't see a problem with messing with a minor. All of those things
All these
that are
things
documented,
that this guy has said. Yeah, Dave Portnoy. Yes.
and you think it's a good idea after the weekend that I just had, and knowing that this young lady has been a fixture in most of my content throughout the weekend and helped to skyrocket the brand growth in a lot of ways. You think it's a good idea to go and reach out to him to say, hey, let's talk about the possibility of coming on the StudBudz. Now, Dave don't got nothing to lose. So
No.
the idea that he was entertaining it, and immediately when fans and the public got word of it, they gave them the benefit of the doubt and they reached out to all on social media. They implored Courtney and Natisha to not even like shut it down immediately. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Do y'all know who he is? Have y'all not seen what he heard, seen and heard what he has said about her? Have y'all not like just a quick search? is all you have to do to see it, right? And
Right.
so this is where it leads into what Keisha is about to play, and Courtney doubling down on, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and it's
Like I'm,
not. Go ahead, yeah,
but if it doesn't, you can do what you want to do.
you can be
But
willing to
if
pay the price though.
right, but if it doesn't align with the brand, with the audience that you are catering to, because everybody has an audience. I have an audience, Ms. D has an audience, you have an audience, L. You have portrayed yourself in a certain way. If I collaborate with you and then I go and bring on somebody that hates you,
Mm-hmm.
that might put my collaboration with you in jeopardy. But hold on. But unfortunately, these ladies didn't seem to understand it. And look, the daddy even came in and tried to look. We're gonna have to shut this down, but it shouldn't have had to come to that. But hold on, let me play. Let me play. What she said after people was giving a flat online, and rightfully so, because they rock. Look, they rock with Angel, and for the most part,
I'm gonna show love to the
we
people who
thought
show
they
love to
did.
me. So if he's showing love, then it is what it is. We're gonna have a conversation, but the same way we always have a conversation with everybody. Right. That's what I'm saying. How do you figure out why somebody doing what they doing or X, Y, and Z? You have a conversation. So is y'all cool? Why is this not working? Y'all problem is y'all think y'all gonna push y'all opinion onto other people. Bro, I'm my own person and I make my own judgment of people. So I'm gonna have a conversation with bro. Cause bro, I already talked to bro. I said, bro, we gotta get you on here, bro. He was like, whenever, however. He said, when and where, let me know, bro. I said, damn right, I'm gonna let you know, twin. And guess what? If it's some conversations that me and bro gotta have, that's what we gonna do.
Okay.
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this is not friendship behavior. This is, I'm in it for what I'm in it to get what I can get. What's in it for me? I understand the value that your vibe and your presence and your brand brings, and I'm gonna ride it as long as I can for as much as I can. And that's it. That is exactly what this is. Them talking about they went and talked to Angel and Angel said she was cool. What else she gonna say? The young lady has repeatedly talked about feeling like her circle is small for a reason because of the trust piece. Not knowing who's really for her. And then she gives y'all unfeathered access to her in a different way that she wouldn't normally do with most people in the league. Not because she feels like she's better than them, but she just has to protect herself that way. And then y'all go and turn around and do this and then double down on it. Nah, that's not a friend.
It got so bad that the daddy had to come out and do him a video and say, look, I went and did some research, I didn't know what all the stuff that was going on. I ain't really no dude like that, but I went and did some research and I'm about to shut this down, because we
But
rock
Keisha,
with
why wouldn't
Angel.
that happen beforehand? Like, why wouldn't you do that beforehand? And even if you didn't do it beforehand, the minute that there was an uproar about it, y'all could have done it then. Y'all waited a whole
But
other week.
but I'm gonna let Miss D get in here. I'm gonna tell you though, sometimes when when you trying to tell them something and they headstrong, they like you trying to make me do something when this is my platform, this is what I want to do. Sometimes you balk at people instead of trying to listen to what they saying. Go ahead, Miss D.
So let's get a backstory on Dave Portnoy. So he owns Barstool. He worth millions, billions. And a lot of people don't know if in the chat, Gilly the kid and his cousin has a contract with him. So he seeks out different people that's popular, and I think he gave him 40 million, something like that. So I'm sure they saw the dollar signs, but they should. You know what? I'm not giving them no excuse. They know who he is. He's a big Caitlyn fan. He be at a lot of the games. They know what he said last year, and so they know, and they try to play it off like they was gonna say, "Oh, we gonna check him." No, you wasn't. You wasn't gonna check
Mm,
him. You
Mm-mm.
saw the
mm,
dollar signs, and he probably said, "You know what? I like y'all vibe. I might get y'all a contract," and that's what it was behind the scenes. So you try to come on, act tough. I'm gonna check him. I know what he said. I'm gonna check him. We got this. We got this handled. No, you don't. That then your father had to come and say that he shut it down. But you should have said that. You shouldn't have your father say that. You should have said it yourself.
mhm,
So it was this degree that it got to him. So they should have consulted with Angel, because if you go back, it was a video of Angel telling them how many views did you get from this. So she knows how to get views from these streams and things like that. If you wanted to
mhm,
get a deal or something, you should have consulted with her and her team instead of trying to you know team up with Dave Portnoy. So that was just,
mhm.
yeah, he was just trying to get paid, and that's sad.
It
And
is
it,
sad.
it begs the question. I'm gonna let y'all get in on it. It begs the question: what is Dave Portnoy getting out of this? Because he has said multiple times he only like Caitlin Clark. He don't too much care for the women in the WNBA. He don't. He's a his platform is a male dominated platform. So what is he getting from this? From having a partnership with women he's talked down on for years.
Mhm.
So why would you want to be in bed with him? I thought lesbian women weren't marketable. That's what I kept hearing from people. That's what I heard. Oh, year after year, when Angel and Caitlin came into the league, they said the reason why the league ain't been making no money is because people don't want to see black lesbians. But lo and behold, Dave Portnoy is stepping up to get a deal done with the StudBudz. I'm confused.
I think it's less about sexuality and more about the opportunity that you see with the person, because that could have been two straight women who did the same thing. It wasn't about the sexuality piece, it was about what they had access to. And if you're thinking dollars and cents, if you're thinking bag, let me get a bag, you're not looking so much at the hoop. Their sexual preference, I don't think that they're marketable because of their sexual preference, right? I don't think that anybody thought. What it did do was allow other people who identified the same way to see themselves having a place,
Mm-hmm.
but that in and of itself is not marketable. That in and of itself doesn't mean that they're marketable, right? So I think with Dave Portnoy, um, it's an ego thing, and sometimes people will do things just to antagonize you.
Mm-hmm.
Because to
Okay.
your point, Keisha, it's not like he needs the money.
No.
Miss D just
And
gave
it
us
and
some
it
numbers. It's not like he needs more of an audience.
and it's not in line with his branding.
No, it's ego
So
and pride.
so but it would give him access, you know.
But I don't think that he cares about the access in the way that a lot of people are thinking.
Then what is it? What
I just told you, it's ego and pride. And for some, especially if you're dealing with someone who is narcissistic or
mm-hmm.
they have deep rooted issues, whether it's misogyny, racism, whatever it is, that thing becomes bigger to them than anything else. And if they can wield their power with that, if they can use it to make someone else feel less than, that is more important. That's just as important to them as it is about, let me go ahead and do this deal and make a quick million.
And to Miss D's point, if the StudBudz thought they could control Dave Portnoy, they would have been sorely mistaken.
Mhm,
He would have came on their platform and said whatever he want. You know why? Because he is the boss. He say whatever he want to say.
mhm.
Once you get in partnership with people, go ahead, Mister. I
So
mean,
say I was gonna say I agree with L with the part and your part too. If he signed them, he could say, "Well, yeah, I say all these crazy things about them, and I could control them with money. As long as I throw money out, I can say anything negative about these women. I already disrespected them and their colleagues, and
mm,
now I paid them off, and they just, they got a price. So that's what if they would have took it, he would have said, hang it over their head and say, I own you because any price I give you, you're gonna take it, even though I disrespect you as a woman. So yeah.
Well, can they? Look, here's the thing. I don't think. Hold on. Before I launch into that, I want y'all to hear from Dave Portnoy because he said some interesting things, y'all. He feels we all overreacting. Here we go.
Match this week. They did a
That
great
was
job.
excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. They did it. I didn't realize it was going to be an hour.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something that
Oh,
I've been
boy.
debating, which I know isn't going to probably go over well, but I'm just going to throw it out. I really want to skip this game.
Of course you do. I'm not
Kirk,
surprised.
I
to hear that
love
at all.
hearing this. I love hearing this.
What do you think? I'm surprised to hear this?
Like, here's the thing, what I'm dealing with now. I have a full-fledged mold situation in Miami. I have to go to Miami to look at houses.
No, you have to buy another house.
Yes.
And what's the bath you're going to take on the $20 million one?
I done did the wrong clip of this.
The situation I'm in, I'm probably going to have to.
Hold on, y'all. I had it. His little crazy self. I probably didn't download the wrong thing yet. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get it. Cause he was talking real crazy, but he must have skipped me.
And I don't even want to give him that much play. Just
no, you need to hear the ops. He be over there. He trying to clean it up now. Well, he didn't try to clean it up. He was just pretty much saying that we all, are overreacting. Of course, that's what he was gonna say, and that you guys say you want more exposure and you want more sponsor and you want all of this, but then you gatekeeping.
Exactly. And here's the thing: this whole idea that they don't, they're not familiar with what he said, or just even entertaining the idea that I want to see what she call him, what twin talking about. Everybody twin, like you get on my nerves.
Everybody a twin.
This dude tweeted out during All-Star Weekend that he hated Angel. Like, I don't know what else. We're not talking. If this is my people, you can't come to me and talk to me and tell me that you hate Miss D or Keisha or KSAT or ADP or Bro Clock. Like, it's not happening. We're not entertaining no kind of conversation.
No. Like,
because he's talking about everybody. He's not just talking about Angel. That he's disrespecting everybody. And if you look, respect your colleagues,
this specific tweet is he said, "I hate her."
Right, that's supposed to be a colleague, a person you claim is like a friend. So yeah, no.
Yeah, he was very specific. He hates her. Now, what she did to him, other than what happened between her and Caitlyn, but like I tell people all the time, hate is a very strong word, sir. Like, is Caitlyn Clark your daughter or something that make you hate someone that much?
With his sick fetishes, I wouldn't be. He might have her in a. You don't know what that man thinks about her, right? And it could be something very sick.
And then proceeds to harass that girl for years. Like, it's one thing to dislike somebody; it's another thing to harass them over and over on social media like that. And you got a big platform, so you can do it. So, yeah, and then you want to partner with the people you've been talking about. I don't know. I don't know what is in it for him. I'm still trying to figure that out. Oh, here it is. I got it, y'all. I got it. Tell me my crazy self. Hold on, let me go back over here. Let me remove his little crazy self. Is he crazy? Let me share screen. Right there. Okay. All right.
And I like this while you're doing that.
It's
I
built
think
for
it's
reality
the
TV. You're
IX
dating
pod.
each other.
Oh, so hold on. It started
Okay.
going.
Is that
Let me
it?
know. Yeah. Hold on. I
Okay.
hadn't pressed. Go ahead. What you was about to say?
No, I was just IX podcast made a great point. Here he said here they said, I don't know if it's a woman or a man, but if Dave Portnoy was willing to give them a bag, then guaranteed somebody else was. But they jumped at the first opportunity instead of using that as leverage to see
Right.
who else was going to come to the table with a bag.
They look real desperate, and
Very
that's so
desperate.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why they weren't ready. They're not even media savvy enough to tangle toe to toe with him.
No.
He would have ate them up.
Hold on. Let's listen to this little special man.
This league is wild. It's built for reality TV. They're dating each other, lesbians, jealousy, and everybody's on the stream from Caitlyn to Angel to everyone in the league. It was fascinating, funny, interesting. Those two girls are funny. And I watched it. I signed up and I'm like, these girls are great. Sent a DM like, you guys are killing it. Their manager reached out to me. I spoke with them. And I was going to go on their stream. I'm like, anytime you want, I think it would be hilarious. And they mentioned it then on the next Twitch stream they did. They're like, we talked to Dave. You would have thought the world was ending, like everyone coming for their throats. Now, to their credit, they did the father, like, we don't give a fuck. If you don't like us, then don't watch. Like we give everyone a chance. And what is the harm in a conversation? They're friends with Angel. They've handled it great. People are so dumb. They're like, Dave's trying to use them for your megaphone. Like, what are you talking about? No, I'm not. I find them interesting and funny, and that's it. But man, the WNBA crowd, a lot of them really, really hate my guts. And it is a crazy league. They want more money. They gatekeep who can watch it. If you're white, they think you're racist. It's fucking crazy.
Can't be real. Really?
I had to take a deep breath. I'm gonna let y'all go. I just wanted to play that.
He can't be real. No, nobody gatekeeps anything. You just you know what? and you know what? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about this guy. He unreal. He's unreal. And we need to get these type of fans kind of just, push them to the curb. We don't need that energy in the WNBA.
It reeks of, but you know what, Miss D? When I listened to it, I felt like he really want to be down.
Exactly. He's a cornball guy, and you talking trash, and just he's sickening.
He was like, how dare they?
But y'all missing a huge point.
How dare they not fall in line for my offer? How dare the culture just reject me like that?
I got all the money. I got the money. Come on, I got the car, right?
Y'all missing a key thing that he said. He said, and the league is full of lesbians, right? He wasn't saying that as an identifier to say some of these women, their preference is same sex. That's not why he was calling them lesbians. It was meant in a derogatory manner. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then double down on it, and people don't see, like, he doesn't have anything to lose. And really all that he has to gain, because his fan base is still going to be his fan base regardless of the fallout from this. Mm-hmm. But Courtney and Natisha, it's a different story. See, what he has to gain, again, it goes far beyond the bag. Because he really doesn't care about their audience. We know who their audience is. And we know what his brand, what his style of brand is. Like what his brand is, but then his style of brand. So he wasn't in it to gain anything other than to control the narrative. He talked about the WNBA hating him. If the WNBA hates you, why are you spending so much time talking about people who are in that league?
Exactly.
Because he want to be down.
All right, he want to be down. If they hated you, you'd have got banned. He should have got banned. I don't think he banned, is he? Is he banned from
No,
the
no, they're not gonna
see,
ban him.
see,
As
that's what I'm
long
saying. He
as
should.
Kathy is at the helm, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
The
he's not
money
gonna
woman.
ban
That's
him.
all she think about is the money. She don't care about how they treat the players. You're right.
She thinking he might be a potential sponsor. She's not banning him.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
But it was almost and he told a story where he sent them a DM, and then the manager responded to him.
No, I
And
thought he
then,
said the manager reached out to him first.
hold on.
I thought he said their manager
Yeah,
reached
yeah.
out
He
to
said the
him.
manager reached out, and you know what? That's a bad manager because if this podcast or stream is very popular, you don't need Dave Portnoy. You could have reached out to a lot of other sponsors, or if you thought you need a sponsor.
They didn't
Hold
even
on.
have to reach out to anybody. All they had to do was
Right, you
just
true.
keep doing
Right,
what they
keep doing
were
what they
doing.
doing. You're right,
Yeah.
and it come to them. Right, you're right.
Right.
You're absolutely right.
Hold on one second. Let me see.
Interesting. Those two girls are funny. From Caitlin to Angel to everyone in the league. It was fascinating, funny, interesting. Those two girls are funny. And I watched it. I signed up and I'm like, these girls are great. Sent a DM like, you guys are killing it.
He sent a DM. You guys are killing it.
Their manager reached out to me. I spoke with them. And I was going to go on their stream. I'm like, anytime you want, I think it would be hilarious. And they mentioned it then.
You see what I'm saying?
So the manager desperate. They all desperate.
100%.
Well, we already know that the manager was hired through a DM.
Oh my God.
He 100% gaslit them.
Where do you get these managers and
He knew
agents?
as soon as
Right.
he sent that DM,
Right. They's gonna bite.
they was gonna respond.
Right, like a fish. Put them on a hook.
Oh my God, it's Dave Portnoy.
Right. Oh wow. I was like, you know what?
And he
Nah.
felt like a big man. Oh yeah, y'all killing it. Yeah, let's talk. Let's have a talk. Let's say it.
And they're like, oh yeah, wow, yeah. They got all
Yeah,
excited.
wow. And Courtney and them thought, okay, I'm gonna say it on my stream. We doing big things. We might be doing something with Dave Portnoy. They didn't realize the shitstorm that was about to happen.
No.
AF.
And I like to address Ghost of. I'm not going to even try to pronounce the last name.
Who is that?
This is not speculation. One thing that you'll know about this show and the other shows is that we spend time doing research. We don't just pop up in front of the camera and just start talking. There's deep dives that's done because the last thing we gonna do, and I will never let my people do, is show up and look and sound like buttholes. One, never gonna put us in a position where any of us can get sued. Two, never gonna put us in a position where any of us sound stupid. Will we sometimes misspeak and make a mistake like I did on the first show when I said Stanford was an Ivy League? Y'all knew what the heck I meant.
Right.
It's a prestigious college, right?
Right.
It's a prestigious university, so not everybody gets in there. Their acceptance rate is very, very low. But you know, something like outside of that, we're not getting on here and just talking out the side of our neck. So and you don't know who's in this community and who's talking. You don't know a lot of our backgrounds and what we do, the insight that we have. Some of us are insiders. You don't know. So these are not, we're not people that's coming up here and just talking just to be talking for the sake of entertainment and clickbait and views. That's not what this show is about. That's not what this network and this community is about. So
no, we talking real talk.
Have a seat.
Right. Let me ask y'all this. Okay. So the manager they hired in the DMs, maybe he needs to be fired. You know, maybe you need to let him go. But do you think the StudBudz can get this train back on the track?
I think they had an opportunity to, but I think it's too late. And I saw someone else mention in the chat about I can't remember verbatim, but I'll say it this way. Know thyself and know thy audience. Two very key things when you're talking about building a brand. Know thyself and know thy audience. I think Courtney knows herself. I saw an episode, I forget what podcast show it was, but it was a clip that was going around and she was talking about this idea that she's not opposed. she's not against being in a relationship with a man, but what the issue for her would be, right? So
Mm-hmm.
know thyself, but then
Mm-hmm.
also know your audience. And they
Mm-hmm.
made the mistake of thinking that their content and the access that they gave their audience and their brand value was enough that their fan base, their audience would ride with them no matter what. And the first step that they took outside of All Star Weekend was this thing with this person. I'm not going to even give him no more of my airtime saying his name. And they weren't banking on people bouncing.
Mm-hmm.
And when she doubled and tripled down, so did a lot. I don't think I saw one person across multiple social media platforms stand in agreement with what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Not one. Not in any of, not in my algorithm. I didn't see not a one. And that speaks volumes. And so could they have saved it? I think there was a short window of opportunity for them to do so. But I think the way that it was handled is what messed them up. And I truly believe that's why Courtney's dad stepped in
Mm-hmm.
hopes of salvaging
I was gonna
what's
say that.
left. And I don't know if it was enough to do so.
Mm-hmm. Daddy tried. I mean,
He tried.
Yeah.
he
It might be some salvage, and I'll tell you
yeah.
how. Like you said, Courtney's daddy. They have a podcast together. Bring him on the show. He's very funny. He's very
Yes.
funny, and so they can you know, just continue to do just continue to do content that excites people, and they can probably bring it back. It's gonna be slow, but if they bring him on, and then bring him on some guests, it depends on the guest. Like sometimes your guest can help you. Like look at Shannon Sharp. He had a
Mm-hmm.
decent podcast, and when he brought on Cat Williams, it
Mm-hmm.
exploded. And so he had these other deals that help. You know, it depends on who you bring on. If you get a Cat Williams type interview, it's possible. And also to bring the dad back. You know, bring the dad on to the StudBudz more. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it could be
I,
salvaged. Might be slower.
I think it could be salvageable, but what I think what's happening now is they not gonna have um they're not gonna have an easier path to collaboration. So that means their growth is gonna be a little slower because you had an open door, at the beginning of this thing. And a lot of these celebrities, I mean, like Angel, she's gonna close rank. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
you might still have access to other celebrities. It just won't be that superstar. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna slow your growth no matter what daddy says. I don't know if she to me, for them to get it back popping, they will have to bring her on to show that they all cool. And I don't think Angel's gonna do that.
No, I don't think that. And also, I think that I guess I'm looking through it from a different lens. Is that it goes beyond Angel at this point because now you've shown other
Mm-hmm.
people specifically in the league that you're not trustworthy. There's a
Mm-hmm.
trust issue there now that I don't think that people would be eager to come on. Perfect example. Do y'all remember last year? Might have even been earlier this year, before the end of the W season.
Mm-hmm.
Angel had on unapologetically Angel social media channels. She posted, or her team rather, posted a graphic. It was a promo graphic that she was going to have the baby on her podcast. And
Mm-hmm.
people that are fans of Meg the Stallion, they were like, this is not the move, right? Like, this is your friend, and what he said about Meg the Stallion and how he's this and he's a womanizer and he's that. Now, Angel did address and say, this is my show, and I will run my show how I see fit. Now there was speculation of like, okay, maybe her and Meg have had a conversation, and Meg is like, I'm cool with him being on there. We don't know to this day if that is a conversation that ever took place. But what we do know is that we never saw that episode.
We did not.
Right, and that lets you know that she has a good team. And Courtney and that's another mistake. You have to have the right people to say no.
Correct. Not DM managers. Sorry.
Right. The father
Instagram
didn't know. He
managers.
did it too late, but you have to have right Instagram. You're right. You have to have the right team. You know. So that's where they kind of messed up. When you knew that it was kind of popping off, you should have tried to hire a company. I guess nobody told them that, but maybe Angel told them that. They just didn't pay attention because Angel told him, gave him a lot of pointers, but they don't seem like they paid attention to Angel. So I don't know.
She tried, but sometimes
tried.
sometimes the DM manager is cheaper though.
Yeah, they don't got Angel money, but at the same time, you gotta say.
Well,
They
Angel
money
said
ain't-
old money and new money. Old money
right.
and new money.
They ain't
don't
got
act the
Angel
same.
money. They got Courtney and Natisha money.
Right.
So that's why they got a little
So
desperate.
they took the manager out the DM.
Exactly. Like, we ain't got that type of money. We ain't even got who I'm gonna say J.O. money. They Natisha and Courtney. I mean, they good players, but they had to.
Because as we know, because we all do our own podcasts and stuff, as we know, it's a lot of work involved. And when you start paying somebody,
right.
when you start paying somebody, that's a full-time job. And Natisha and Courtney
Yes.
probably looked at their purse and said, "What you
Exactly.
got? What you got?"
But shoot, the way they manager did, they could have managed themselves right now and just waited.
They looked at their change purse in their pocketbook and said,
"What you got on this, girl? I got
I can't look. I can't pay you today. You do a Popeye. Can I pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today?
Exactly.
I'll pay
They
you
probably
10%
asked Pop Williams. Pop Williams, what you got, Dad? What you got, Pops?
And meanwhile, the manager, the DM manager, trying to make himself a part of the story. He's not even supposed to be a part of the story.
We also know who you are.
Keisha.
That's
a red
supposed to be
flag.
behind the camera.
Do you know who Keisha? Do you know who Angel people is? Not necessarily, unless you really.
Let me tell you, we know Janine because Angel elevates her to the spotlight. But Angel got a team, and it's 4 Caucasian women. You've only seen maybe 1 or 2 posts of them, and that was when she was coming into the WNBA. It was before she declared for the draft or almost immediately after. I can't remember her name, but it's at the top of her page. This other she's not her manager. She's an agent. She's on Angel's team, right? And I think she might do PR if I'm not mistaken. But they are behind the scenes doing their job. That's what a manager, that's what an agent does. Even Rich Paul, like, you didn't start seeing him getting elevated into mainstream media until LeBron put him there when he started doing the barbershop talks.
Let me say this. So LeBron, what I like about LeBron, now, of course, he didn't go to school, but he made them go get some experience as far as on the go education. So they I think Maverick went to school, but Rich didn't. So you just have to have knowledge. I don't know how they picked this guy from the DM. What was
like? He came from the DM.
Right, it was like this. Let me just pick one. Let me call. Hey, I heard you do managing. Can you manage it? Me and Natisha. So, really? That was just blindly picking somebody like the old phone book. Let me see.
You could have messaged them, and you could have been
exactly. Who is? You know what? Like Ace Bailey. You see? You ever heard about Ace Bailey? To play for his manager all on social media. Where they get these people from? Where they get these all looking like he's Jay-Z?
I'm telling you, it's on Instagram you can create
we hire everybody.
Chats. They got a whole little chat in the DMs for IG managers.
He was a family friend. Oh yeah, he could manage you. Don't have your family. Don't do that. No disrespect. Don't have your family friend manage you. He all in the dang on. Now you playing in Utah. You ain't want to play in Utah.
It's a stranger, somebody you don't know. I
thought that was a family friend. I thought he was a family friend. Courtney. Right, exactly.
Yeah, they got him from the DM.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Lord.
Next thing you know, he at the game harassing players on sideline.
I want to see who else. See, you got to look. Who else do they manage? You got to have. Oh my God. Wow.
You know how? Come on, Miss D. You know how you put that resume together, and then half of that ain't true. That's what he did.
Why they ain't talk? Look, you got your colleagues. All right, right.
He sent that resume in, and they was like,
"Oh yeah, this look good." They were like, "They don't know what they looking at." You ain't have to consult Angel because you ain't got Angel money. You ain't got Asia money, but you could have consulted Dana Evans or somebody. So somebody.
Somebody.
So
I
real
don't
quick,
know. Okay.
Kia High Life, we are about to move on, but not because of your comment. But I will say this: we're talking about it because it's relevant. And if you're just tuning in case you missed us in the beginning of the intro, and look at the title, this is about a branding and marketing masterclass and how to build and demolish a multi-million-dollar brand in the making in 7 days. It's relevant for a lot of reasons. We still haven't seen the final outcome of this. We heard Courtney's dad say that they weren't going to go through with it, but we haven't heard anything from Courtney or Natisha Heidelman, nor have we heard anything else from Portnoy. So it is still relevant. And just because it happened days ago, All-Star Weekend was more than 10 days ago.
Yeah.
It is still very relevant. So maybe you don't understand storytelling, content, media, and that's okay if you don't. But allow me to school you just a little bit. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you. But me personally, because I like to see black women win. I hope they can salvage it. I really do hope
Me too.
they learn from this experience, and that they take what they have learned, and because it was a fun 72 hours.
And they had to fire that manager. I mean, I know she said
It was-
I know you said Spoon, but obviously it's not a good fit. He getting y'all all tangled up.
Yeah.
That's not good. You don't want to mess up your friendship with Angel. You already did, sort of, kind of. So now you gotta, you don't want to do that. Especially right, you gotta ask some questions. Oh my God.
I don't know what questions they asked, Miss D. I don't know.
Yeah, but come on. She should have told him that that's not the manager. I know somebody that's probably in your price range. But
he probably said he'd do the first 2 weeks for free. I don't know, but I was like,
you get a 45-day free trial. Then it's $89.95 a month after.
I get you some Lynx gear. How about that? I pay you in Lynx gear. You get all the Lynx equipment you want to, all the headbands and the free team shoes.
You ain't right, man.
That's all I got for you. That's all I got. I'm sorry. We don't get paid a lot. I'm sorry. I ain't got Angel money. I ain't got Angel money. Okay, that's all I give you. Between the two of us.
Well, yeah, we're gonna move on. But before we do that, hey y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button on all the pages. Make sure y'all subscribe to our channel. Elle, what you want to talk about next? What you feeling, girl?
Go on and follow this. Follow what I sent you. Follow what I sent
No,
you.
let me tell you something.
Let's get into the personal branding, the power of a personal brand. Who's winning?
I'll tell you one thing. I just
what
feel
you got?
like, look, we're gonna transition and talk about some personal branding. That is a masterclass.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about Angel. We're gonna talk about Sabrina Ionescu, and we're gonna talk about somebody we're gonna talk about a mascot, y'all, because the mascot is popping. And that is Ellie from New York. She is popping. She popping more than some of these women in the W. She popping. So do you want to do which one of these ladies you want to do first? Which one y'all want to do? I'm gonna let y'all choose. It don't matter to me.
To talk about Ellie because it's not something that's talked about often.
That's
right?
why I was going, but I didn't want to. That's why I asked the question.
Start with those videos. Start with those two videos.
Look, I didn't want to impose my fetish on y'all, so that's why I was asking. Because I think Ellie is hella cool. I don't care what team you root for, y'all. Ellie is very, very cool. Hold on, let me let me start with the origin of Ellie. Hold on.
We first introduced Ellie in 2021. Ellie didn't have a braid.
What you say?
Go ahead. Go on.
Oh, okay, hold on.
When we first introduced Ellie in 2021, Ellie didn't have a braid. She had a curl, and the curl wouldn't stay curled. And, as a black woman, you just get creative, and you're like, we got to figure something out. And so braided it one game and it looked amazing. And then, you know, the players all come in and walk the tunnel with their tunnel fits. And Chrisia was like, can Ellie walk the tunnel? And I was like, now this is for the players, but let's see how it goes. It completely blew up. We knew that Ellie needed to be a woman. We knew that Ellie needed to represent Brooklyn and New York. And we just got lucky in that the person who is in the costume actually from Brooklyn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so a lot of what you see is a combination of them and Chrisia Long, who's our senior director of entertainment, and Shanae Rivers, who works with Chrisia and myself and our CEO, all Black women who are completely leaning into Ellie and helping shape and elevate the Ellie brand.
Yes, y'all. Look, when I started getting my stuff together for this show, I was like, oh, they are very intentional on what they saying about Ellie. I mean, starting a brand, you think about the mascot of the game, but people don't be paying a whole bunch of attention to it. But in this case, New York wanted to make Ellie its own persona. She got her own brand deals. She got her own show. She got her own followers. They got people following Ellie online. So y'all talk. So so even if the Liberty don't win a thing, which they've been doing a lot of winning, and so that helps them. People pull up to hang out with Ellie, y'all.
Yep. I like to say it this way. Ellie is storytelling in motion. She has become a cultural fixture. Not just for the and here's this is a great personal branding / marketing lesson. Ellie is the mascot for the New York Liberty, but you have people who are not New York Liberty fans that absolutely love Ellie. So Ellie has that type of brand power. And yes, again, y'all, we are talking about a mascot, which is why we're talking about this, is because it's a mascot and there's no other mascot in the league that has the type of motion that Ellie has. Ellie has had brand partnerships with Fenty. There's a nail brand.
Yeah.
Ellie has this brand identity that embodies family fun, team culture, high engagement. She's always active and involved. Like, you know, I'm a fan of the Sky by way of Angel Reese, but even Sky, the mascot for the Sky, she's not popping. You know,
Right.
like in game, we're not seeing from other teams' mascots what we're seeing from Ellie. And then Ellie has very uniquely and organically built relationships with the players of the New York Liberty that we get to see. So now we see this dynamic with, you know, between Ellie and Tosh Cloud, for example. We see this dynamic with Ellie and Sabrina. And it is genius. It is absolute genius what this organization has done to center their mascot in this way. So I'll stop there and let one of y'all, because you know I can talk about this all day and all night.
Let me give y'all some numbers, y'all. Ellie has partnerships included with SNL, just like Elle was saying. She had prior band work with Fenty Beauty, Off White, Xbox, Bumble, Hero Cosmetics, Glow Bar, and Olive Pop. Her TikTok views and her Instagram engagement is up 200% and 57% on TikTok. Also, Ellie's marketing value has boosted Liberty season ticket sales nearly 10 times. Game attendance is up 64%, y'all. And she works as an influencer. So she'll pull up in Telfa, Rap Breed, UGG, Nike. She pulled up in Sabrina's colorways for Nike. So the mascot, Missy, got brand deals more than some of the players in the W.
Not only that, Ellie is doing the tunnel fits. right?
Right.
She does. They look forward to Ellie's tunnel fits just as much as they do the players, and oftentimes she's shutting the players down on on the tunnel fits, and she's proof that even a mascot has a place in the brand economy. And so I just think that and I love that it's Black women who came up with this idea of how Ellie the mascot has evolved or should evolve, and it helps, like you heard in that clip, that the person that's under the Ellie suit, it helps that they're from Brooklyn. There's a great, I'm originally from Ohio, but I lived in Brooklyn for many years, and there's a great pride in being a New Yorker that comes with being a New Yorker. There's great pride in being a Brooklynite, right? And that person truly embodies that, which you don't separate and say, oh, there's a person in a mascot suit. It's Ellie.
Right.
Right.
Right. So they picked the right whoever is in that suit. They picked the right person. You have to be a personality yourself. You have to make the costume come to life. So now it's not even a costume anymore. You don't think about it as being a mascot. This person,
Right.
whoever is in the suit, is embodying the New York vibe. The high energy and getting everybody involved. And you're right, she shut it down. It was a video of her. She was sashaying and wiggling and doing her little thing. I was like,
Keisha,
look
you
at
got the
Ellie.
other video I sent you?
I'm about
Look
to,
at Ellie.
Okay.
I'm about to put it up
She got little
because
heels on. Wasn't she at the
uh,
Met Gala too? Maybe not. That was the
I
red
don't
carpet, the orange
I
carpet.
don't know.
She
Was
might have
she
been there. You
there?
never know. She never know. She was probably at the Met Gala. That's how popular
I,
she is. Yeah.
I'm like, oh Lord, I'm looking for this. Hold on, because Ellie was out here acting a fool, y'all. When Sabrina got that dang, what did I do with it? You got it, L. Send it to me again. You still
Oh,
have it?
when Sabrina got that
Oh, she was
I
at the
laser
Met
think
Gala.
tech,
Oh
E-
wow.
Ellie was
yeah.
ready to go to battle, boy.
Let me
Right.
see. I thought I
Hold on,
had
I'll
it.
send it to you. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, so she
'Cause
was at the
yeah,
Met Gala. All right.
she
Okay.
was at
So
was she
guess
at the
what?
makeup?
That's what
Really?
yep, or big words to say it. But I'm sorry about
Oh,
mispronouncing your
I
name.
got it. I got it there. Hold on. I got it. Hold on, y'all. Cause y'all know I be having stuff. Lord, Ellie is off the chain, y'all. I don't care what y'all say. Ellie off the chain. And I wish some of these organizations would
They gotta step their game up.
they gotta
Step your
step
game
their
up.
game up,
Uh-huh.
man.
Come on now. The Sparks, the big names, even the Sky. Come on, Sky. I gotta get y'all
Y'all gotta
mascot.
get y'all stuff together. So hold on, I'm about to
Court, y'all. They are dragging her down the
oh wait,
tunnel.
here we go.
Illegal screen by John Paul Jones. Ionescu fired up.
And
The
look at
crowd loved it. They loved it. Look at her. Her braids is all flapping everywhere.
Court, y'all. They are dragging her down the tunnel.
Illegal screen by John Paul Jones.
Hey, Ellie say, look, you remember when Sabrina was telling them people, she was telling them people, text me. And Ellie was going, she was losing it. She said, oh,
Look at Ellie. I
y'all don't
love it.
mess with Sabrina, man.
I
Y'all
love it.
tripping.
I love it.
Ellie is a fool. Ellie does TikToks. She be doing-
Wow.
I sent you the TikTok one, Keisha. But look at her acting a fool. Put it up again, Keisha. Look. And look at the dude trying to calm her down. Like, just chill, Ellie. Just
take a deep breath, Ellie. Take a deep breath. She said, no, it's bull crap. Man, Ellie,
Look at braids.
she be doing the most, y'all.
Wow.
I don't care what nobody say. And them people are buying tickets. People want to be entertained.
All around.
So
Wow.
I just think it's genius that Ellie is out here with brand deals.
if the ref could have gave Ellie a tech, he would have.
Right.
Well, the ref did give Sabrina one. She was like, "Text me. You gonna do it? Text me."
I would have kick her out the game or kick Ellie out the game. Like, get out of here, Ellie.
But like, listen, y'all, see how we are laughing? We're in tears. We're enjoying ourselves. The chat has their own comments. This is like brand power. This is when you build an authentic brand. Now we know it's a mascot, but Ellie is like family to us, right?
Right.
It's just like the
Exactly.
family. Um, and that's the power of intentional, authentic storytelling, brand development, brand positioning. And it's not about becoming something that you're not. Even when we talk about Ellie and it being a mascot, the person underneath that suit embodies the characteristics and the identity of what Ellie is, right? And so that's
Right.
why it's so believable. That's why we don't look at it as just a mascot. We talking about Ellie. Look, she had poor Sanaya, was it Sanaya Fagan? She had that baby shook one day.
Right. So, oh, you got that video. Oh my God, that was
I
so cute.
know.
She was like,
Let me.
I had a bookmark. I can't find it. I
I
saw
can't
it. It was
find
so
it.
That
cute, and
baby
her
shook.
teammate. She was. She was like, oh, look, she's twerking,
It's
and
Ellie.
oh my God, she's twerking. She couldn't believe it.
Hold on. Let
That
me
was
play
so
this
cute.
other video before we get off. Hold on. Before we get off Ellie. Hold on.
Just told her she's maybe the best person at her job in America, the chief brand officer for the New York Liberty, Shayna Stevenson. I have to know who you think the most influential sports figure is right now.
Ooh. Does Ellie count?
I was going to say Ellie kind of counts.
All right, so I would say Ellie. We knew Ellie had to be a female mascot. We knew Ellie had to represent the culture of New York and Brooklyn and dance and the ponytail, the fashion outfits, all of that has just kind of evolved season over season. It's just been exciting for us to see the evolution of Ellie.
Look at Ellie. She was getting it. She can dance too, bro. Look at it. Whoever in that suit,
Yeah.
they can get down.
They can get down. Ellie is not playing with y'all
Oh
at
my
all.
gosh.
Yeah.
No. She is
It
not
is.
playing with y'all at all, y'all.
No. So what do you think? Like, we've never seen anything like this in sports, even outside of the W. There are NBA teams that have mascots, and we just have not seen
You had some
anything like
popular
this
ones,
before.
but you didn't have Ellie. Like you had the
No,
the
that's what I said.
gorilla.
She's in a class by herself.
Right. You had the gorilla from the Phoenix Suns and the chicken from I know I'm kind of dating myself, but the chicken I forgot the chicken was very but not like Ellie was. You know, the gorilla was very popular, but yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah,
she's fun. She's relatable. She's
she's a new
marketable.
right, she's a marketable. She's a new she's a right on time with the what they doing now with the marketing deals and the TikTok and marketing yourself on Instagram. So she's the first of that. Yeah, so no one's coming close. No one's coming close to her.
Keisha, I don't know if you mentioned this stat. I know we kind of talked about you talked about some of the partnerships that Ellie has. And why she's so marketable. But let's like Keisha said, we like to talk stats and numbers. So I think you already went over the Instagram engagement and the views and all of that. You talked about that, right? And some of the brands, including Fenty, Xbox, Hero Cosmetics, Olipop. But also, did y'all know that Ellie's marketing value boosted the Liberty's season ticket sales nearly 10 times what they were before? Game attendance is up by 64%
Yeah, they be 7 out.
year over year. Plus, they have explosive merchandise sales, including plush toys, braid clips, jerseys, and all of that has contributed to the overall brand growth of the Liberty as a whole. So you have this big brand, but then you have these strong personal brands within this big brand ecosystem. I'm sorry, y'all. I geek out over stuff like this. I eat, sleep, and breathe it. I love it. I could talk about it all day, but I'm not going to. But I wanted to bring those numbers.
I hope she whoever in that suit get a nice percentage of that. Because she make like I said, you have to have the personality to bring that to life. You know, that costume. She whoever's in that costume make you forget that it's a mascot.
Yeah.
You think it's she's part of the experience. She's part of the team. So they did a great job. It's only been she only been around since 2021.
21.
That's pretty good.
I just think overall the New York Liberty organization, from ownership on down, they get it right on so many levels.
Yeah, they do, because
they get it right. They are really the standard, or really a case study on how organizations should be run within this league.
Right.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that they're perfect, but they get it right a lot. Yeah.
Out of the 12 teams, maybe 3 run it pretty good, and the 3 is New York. Minnesota and Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is okay, but those teams really get it. They really know how to treat their players. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean I agree. That's why when you talk about segue into the to the next person that's building a brand before we get to Angel Reese. Sabrina Ionescu is at, just think about this. Sabrina Ionescu is at a team that gets it, an organization that gets it, and she can just worry about playing on the court and putting out some great shoes, because Sabrina Ionescu shoes be nice. People like them Sabrina threes. So let me bring this up right quick. Hold on. Because her and Ellie got a special relationship, I'm pretty sure. As y'all can see, Ellie was about to get into a fight because Sabrina was upset.
Sabrina was, and Sabrina took a page out of Cece's book. She said, "I can do whatever I want." Don't play with me. And Ellie said, "And can."
Not and can. So Sabrina, y'all, her Sabrina threes are coming out. Just to let y'all know, they coming out. I like them. I like them. Yeah, I like them a lot.
Wait, Reddit Milky Way is crazy.
What she say? What Reddit say?
Said, talking about the sky now. She said the fact we got a new mascot last year, give us an eagle or something. What in the devil is sky?
Look, you ain't nothing we can do about that. We ain't got nothing to do with that.
Lashana said, looks like Sky is a gymnast. She be doing gymnastic moves.
I don't know what she be doing. I'm like, I know you can flip, but I need you to twerk a little bit. Ellie twerk.
Exactly. Engage the fans. Be a little bit. Look, don't copy Ellie, but be a little more energetic. That's yeah.
Not for the week said if she can't drop it like it's hot, I don't want it. Y'all are diabolical.
Yeah, y'all.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah. That's why Sabrina over there, like, yeah, all I gotta do is ride Ellie's coattails and put out some great shoes, because them Sabrinas be selling. The Sabrina threes is about to come out. During the game that Ellie was acting a fool at, they had a theme about Sabrina's shoes. I'm gonna show that. Then we're gonna get into some statistics about old Sabrina Ionescu and how she rolling around doing her stuff quietly, but she is deadly with it, y'all. She not playing with y'all either. So don't let nobody tell y'all that people ain't out here got motion, because they do.
And her brand is more rooted in activism.
Yeah.
Right. She's not just a sports brand, but I think sports is the vehicle for the activism that she does both within and outside of sports, which makes her unique and, gives her great brand value.
Here we go. Y'all ready?
Nike brought the heat with a full-blown activation for the launch of the Nike Sabrina 3, and they did it at Barclays Center. They went all in on the sneakerhead theme game.
Those right there, fire. Gotta get that immediately.
The setup, a full construction zone, Nike workers in bright vests and hard hats, all stamped with the Sabrina logo. They guided fans through the experience, laying the groundwork, literally, for Sabrina's latest signature sneakers.
I'm really excited to see for the new designs, because I think that they're really cool. And I have the Sabrina 2s. I have 2 pairs, so I'm excited to get a Sabrina 3 pair.
Fans got the opportunity to walk through the immersive experience, take photos, and see the Sabrina 3 up close for the first time.
I'm psyched! I got my Sabrina guys!
The construction zone was a vibe, and there was a message behind it too. Because just like a job site, the Sabrina 3 was built piece by
what is that?
with purpose.
My notifications, I forgot to
turn. Nike.com, Nike ID, I'm with it. I love it.
Every detail, every element is the result of hard work and precision from a player who never clocks out. And the hard hats, those weren't just for show. Those were also a symbol of who Sabrina is. Tough, focused, relentless, a hardworking woman building her legacy step by step. And of course, I got to ask Sabrina herself.
I wasn't able to go up there. I think it would have been a little dangerous. But I sent my family, and they went up there. I got so many pictures before the game of everything that they were able to do, and I think it's really cool to be able to like do it in your arena. Like I've never been able to kind of be a part of that. It's always like you got to go out do it at a Nike store. But I would say it's been really cool to see like us commit to being able to do it here in front of our home crowd. Obviously, every time I'm signing autographs, taking pictures, like the fans have my shoes and are supporting me, and that means a lot to me. And so kind of being able to bring that side of something that's so important to me here at home means a lot. So hopefully I can just reminisce on the pictures that I saw. And I'm not sure the exact date yet. I mean, there's a whole like rollout and plan to when I'm going to be bringing them out, but definitely very soon here because they launch very soon.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she get it, man. Cause I'm gonna tell you, Barclays did this before the game. Everybody got these shirts.
Those construction vest
Mm-hmm.
shirts. Ellie had on her construction vest.
They got the hardest working basketball player in the W.
That was great
And,
marketing. That was great
that,
marketing.
excellent
Oh my
marketing.
God.
Even not just the hard working piece, but the correlation between construction and building a brand, building a legacy. That's
Right.
Mm-hmm.
genius.
That it was. That
Absolute
was.
genius.
Very
Oh, hold
clever.
on. Thank you, June Brown, for the $2 super chat. She said, "Thank you for sharing great content." Thank you, June.
Thank you.
And also, El, let's talk about because Sabrina. I mean, look, Nike got Sabrina everywhere because Sabrina got a global brand. A lot of people don't know because she went on this Asia Nike tour where she went over there and trying to help the W become a global brand. I'm pretty sure that's what was going on over there. That's the reason why she couldn't. That's the reason why she couldn't commit to everything that was going on in Arrival because she was
Right.
already scheduled to go on this tour. But you
Right.
know, Sabrina has. I mean, of course, she got her shoes, but she got endorsements with Gatorade, Wilson, and a whole bunch of personal brand youth showcase. She does a lot of stuff for the youth, especially in around the world. She's one of those ambassadors for Nike. So
Yeah. She's got a major crossover appeal to her brand, right? She even the credibility and creativity that she has within the New York media ecosystem, which is one of the hardest markets to really penetrate regardless of who you are. They either love you or they hate you. There's no in between. The fact that she has the media on her side really speaks to that. Again, this is called Off the Court, the cultural impact of women in sports. And so we're talking about the impact, good, bad, and indifferent. Like sometimes the impact is not always great. It doesn't lead to profits or great experiences. Sometimes the impact can be bad, but mostly, what we've been talking about is this crossover appeal. And to Keisha's earlier point, part of the reason why we didn't see her in Unrivaled as much, I think both Stewie and Fee understood the value that having a player like Sabrina Ionescu would bring to a new league. And I think that she understood the value, not that she needed it, because she could spend the off season and not do anything and still be financially well, right? And that's one of the things that I love about a player of her stature is that she didn't have to be, but she did. I'm sure there were conversations beforehand about her availability. It wasn't like she signed on and then, she dipped on them and like, I gotta go. She has this global impact. We don't see that a lot with W players in particular. Her impact goes beyond the New York Liberty, so the New York City, the five boroughs, it goes beyond the league, it goes beyond this country. So to see her going, over to other countries where she's hosting youth sports camps and providing the education with this understanding that, you know, other countries may not have the resources that we have here in the United States, or the education or the tools. And so she's taking what she's been fortunate enough to build through her talent and the opportunities and doors that her talent has opened for her, to be able to take that to other countries and serve other communities, especially those who may not have as many resources as we have here.
Yes, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful
Yeah.
thing. What you got on this, Miss D? Did you know she was trailblazing all around this
No, I
globe?
didn't. Look, she everywhere. She on a private jets in the Philippines. Go ahead, Sabrina. But
Yeah.
her brand is pretty good. She started off like with the Kobe brand, you know, the Kobe model, you know, the shoe first, and he gave her when he was alive, he had a relationship with her, and so yeah, that's pretty good to see that she's continuing with the Sabrina brand, and I like how they marketed it with the hard work with the hard hats and the vest, very good marketing, and show like a construction site. I thought that was real, very clever, and so that's good. She gets to travel and be like an ambassador, and I like seeing it. So that's all I'd say about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I like Sabrina.
Yes.
Sabrina says she wanna she wanna help a lot of people in this world. Sometimes you find people don't want to embrace that, be out there in, holding camps for kids and giving back to communities,
Right.
undeserving communities. A lot of people don't want to do that, but when you got a calling for it, you just got to call it. And if you can incorporate it inside your brand, it's always a good thing, So, hey, man, you need to take me on the next private jet.
Listen,
Exactly. Oh my gosh. She shoot blind blind hat. I can't even see it.
Yeah, yeah, I'm doing
and
the
I
wrong
think
thing.
the other thing about her brand is it's not just the activism when it comes to sports, but she also has that financial component, right? The financial activism is a huge part of her brand, and we saw a small part of that during All-Star weekend when she won the 3-point contest and decided to split half of her winnings with Sonia Citron. I think
Yeah,
That was so nice.
um,
Yeah.
it just speaks volumes to the character that she has, but also she's a person who is here, her brand value is here. She's at the top of her career in a lot of ways, in a lot of areas, but she's still very feet on the ground and humble in her understanding that this is a gift, right? And I know that I might have access that other people don't, even my colleagues in this league, and I want to be able to support as much as I can. So
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's a
And she don't
beautiful
look like it
thing.
because on the court she look kind of mean, but off the court she looks she got that scowl on her face, like wow, okay. But she's a sweetheart. Don't she? Don't she? Like, ooh, Lord, smile a little bit. You got teeth, but yeah,
you're so silly.
You seen her hollering at that ref? She said, "Check
right.
me,
But she
check me."
fiery, but she's a sweetheart. That's good. That was a nice story. I didn't even know that. That's pretty good, right? Think she gonna be at the rest. She feisty. She's feisty. With a hard head and vest that fits her. It fits her. Yeah, little feisty stuff.
We're gonna transition from Sabrina. Hey y'all, hit the like button. We're gonna transition to our last brand of the day, which is my girl Angel Reese, y'all. Angel Reese started building her brand. This is years in the making, y'all. I want y'all to talk while I start pulling up stuff. I want y'all to talk about this persona that she had crafted since she been with Janine, of being the Barbie wherever she goes. She was the Bayou Barbie. Now she the Shy Time Barbie. She was the All Star Barbie.
You know what? She travel around like Miss America. I mean, or like the president. Kissing babies. Babies love her. They pick up the baby. She pick up the little newborn baby. Like, what is going on? Give me my pacifier. I don't want to. Just give me my Popeye. She's like, oh yes, she was. Yes, she was. And the baby like, okay, thank you. The little girl. She picked the little girl up. The little girl's kissing all over. Oh my God, it's Angel. And so she got a little Reese pieces. So yeah, it's very real crafted because the babies love her.
Yeah.
Senior citizens love everybody love Angel. Like some people, but
Right,
everybody loves.
right.
But yeah, she is very real crafted. She's very personable.
Mhm.
She's engaged with the fans, and she knows that her fans are like the beehive. They call them we call them the Barbies or the Reeses. Yeah,
Mhm.
the
Right.
babies are the Reeses, and
Not the
the younger women
beehive.
are the Barbie. I'm just saying. I'm just talking about if yeah, but they get like that. You mess with the Barbie or the Reese's, they get on you. So yes,
Mhm.
her image is very real crafted, as far as almost like the
Mhm.
president kissing the babies and shaking their hands and signing autographs. Yeah.
And we knew Angel, um, with the help of Janine and her team, crafted this brand together. But did you think she was gonna be able to have the organization take on this persona to push her brand even further? Because they fully invested. Now, she didn't even play, and they were sold out. Caitlyn didn't play; they were sold out, or had almost 20,000 people there for Barbie night. And
Mhm.
it was a good time. They had things set up for the kids. They had things set up for the grown people who just wanted to walk around, because Barbie is a thing, y'all. Barbie is a thing.
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
so do you think I'm glad the organization is embracing it, but did you see this translating from college to the pros? This brand she's perpetuating.
I'm not surprised to see it. In large part, due to the fact that Angel, even before coming into the league, had already established a very dynamic brand ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
Through her NIL deals and partnerships. Like, she had already been on the cover of Vogue prior to declaring for the draft. So then when she made the draft announcement, it was a no-brainer for that to be done through an article, a feature in Vogue magazine. For those of you who don't know, I know as soon as I started talking, I was going to forget. Anna Wintour is a part of the Vogue brand. Like, she's a leader in the Vogue brand, and Vogue and Anna Wintour are synonymous with the Met Gala. So Angel not only has this strong brand ecosystem, but the longevity within that ecosystem, which is built through the relationships that she has. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if in the next year or two we see a rollout of Barbie dolls. So I feel like it's more, I'm not shocked that the Chicago Sky has really taken to this brand identity of sorts for Angel. Because at the end of the day, she is their franchise player, whether they call her that or not, whether fans or, non-fans agree, she is the face of that team, regardless of
Mm-hmm.
how you spin it. They understand that right now, if she leaves, that there goes their fan base. And I don't want to say their fan base, because there are people who are just true and through Chicago Sky fans, regardless of who's on the team.
Right, right,
But there's going to be some impact felt if she left today, right?
right,
So
right.
from a business perspective, I think that Michael Alter and his team understand the value of leaning into that, but there are also some missed opportunities, which I'll talk about. One major one after you play this video that you have queued up. But you talking about somebody who has experienced explosive social media growth. She went from I think it was point 0.5 million to 4.6 million in January of this year.
Yeah.
We know about her signature shoe and partnership with Reebok, which we don't know all of the details of the partnership that she has with Reebok, but we have heard from her in her own words talk about the importance of having ownership, not just having a shoe that's named after you that you roll out, or having PEs, player editions, but then having ownership. And so she's very business savvy. She's not just a social media influencer, but she's rooted in, she has this cultural authenticity that exists. She has this crossover appeal, but she's just very business savvy and understands the power of ownership, which is why I believe, we've seen the impact that she's had thus far. And I would like to see the Chicago Sky, for as long as she's there, really lean more into it. Yeah, they've adopted it by having the Barbie Day. This is the second one that we've seen across, her rookie and sophomore season. So I'm not surprised. They're not stupid, not entirely.
Right.
So
Did you say not entirely?
I did, yeah.
L, that's
I'm trying to
not
be nice
nice.
because I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice.
Look, I think also with them, I think they could be doing more to support pushing her brand even further than it I think it can be pushed a little bit more. I think they can do a little bit more as an organization, because like we just talked about the Liberty. The organization is fully invested in putting on this entertainment for their fans. They are fully invested in the whole thing, so they're aligned in that way. And I just feel like sometimes with the Chicago Sky, I do feel like they support her because they knew that was going to be that would be just dumb not to not to continue that branding, right? But I just feel like they can bring something to the table themselves. What you think,
Yeah.
Miss D?
Absolutely agree. Like take an instance for how New York did roll out these Sabrinas. They had a whole display, and of course I see some Barbie dancing, but it could have had like a doll, and also the uniforms could have been changed as well. How
I
about do
agree.
a blue and pink, blue and pink, and it could have been Barbie themed, but more videos of Angel when she accomplished what she accomplished. She keep breaking records every week, so they need to do more. So they need to do more like that. Just follow New York. But hey, I mean this is the Sky. They had Angel at the YMCA. So
Listen.
I knew you was
at the
about to
Planet
do
Fitness.
it.
They
At
don't,
the
Miss
Planet
D, they
Fitness,
don't
they
even
had
have
her.
hot water,
I
according to
know.
reports. So
Look, they had her at the Rare Roof Inn. We leave the
Miss
light
D,
on for you.
I need you to
They
stop.
had
Stop
her
it.
at the cheap hotel, a ballroom with the dirty
Miss
carpet.
D.
They had it
Miss
messed up.
D. Miss D.
It's the truth. Poor Angel. Oh my
now,
God, they
Keisha,
could have had her.
when you play the video, I reserve my what they should have done after you play the video. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Y'all keep on. Let me bring that up. Hold on. I got it. I think I do. We had so many doggone videos. You know how
You
we
just
be
had it
doing.
up.
Did
Yeah, but you didn't play it.
Did I?
You had it sitting right up on the screen, sis.
The Barbie one?
Yeah. Oh Lord, where K-Sap at? He said you technically challenged. No, I'm gonna
I'll
leave
be
it
like,
alone.
look, I'll
Keisha
be
be
like
working.
Keisha. Don't have me do that.
Don't you mess with me, Miss D. Don't go to the other side.
I'm just saying, I'll be like you.
Don't go to the look. Don't go to the other side, Miss D. Don't go with them. Don't go with them. Hold on. I did just have it up though.
You
Now,
sure did. You had it. No, you had it sitting up in the middle.
I did.
Lord have mercy.
Where did it go?
Everybody stretch their hands toward the screen.
I'll be the same way. That happened to me. I'll be trying to pull some up. Like, where'd it go?
Why you take it down?
I don't know. We was talking, and then I was like, I know where it's at though.
Oh God!
I was tripping. I was like, I thought I had already played it.
Well, why you doing that? Angel is the Bayou Barbie, the Chicago Barbie, the Miami Barbie, All-Star Barbie.
Right.
She already got enough to have a whole rollout of
WNBA Barbie.
Yeah.
Double
Barbie.
Right.
All right, here we go.
It's already starting off bad.
What the hell?
Cheesy. It's very cheesy. What is that?
I don't know.
Where's Ellie at?
We need an Ellie. Why isn't the mascot dressed up like Barbie?
What is that?
That's Lady
Exactly.
London. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, what we looking at here? Nothing.
Uh-oh.
What is that? That's a sky mascot? That was a sky mascot?
That's a sky mascot,
What
y'all.
the world was that?
She tried
What
to
kind of
pop
twerk?
it home.
What kind of twerk was that? Go back to that.
She trying
That
to
was a lazy
copy
twerk.
off of
That was a
Ellie's
lazy.
motion.
Let's go back
jiggle.
to the
That was
twerk,
a jiggle,
y'all.
not a twerk. That was whack. That was whack.
Miss D.
What? Okay, hold on. Did they get somebody from the South Side, Chicago, West Side? Or they got the suburban Barbie? What is that? You ain't got no sister. Where the sisters at? Come on.
I'm gonna have to call some of my people from New
Let me
Orleans.
tell you. Let me tell you a distinct difference right off the bat. We saw and heard about the marketing team with the New York Liberty that is responsible for the Ellie that we come to know and love. It's a team of black women.
Yeah.
Chicago Sky don't have that. We expecting too much.
You couldn't get no sisters from the West Side and South Side? No one.
Who we talking about? They don't. They. The only black female thing that they got going for them is Nadia.
You know what would have
And
been
what is
dope?
she doing?
You know, Chicago known for the stepping. They could have had some steppers, some couple stepping in the
Miss
name of
D,
love
it's
with
so
the
much
Barbie,
that
the
they
pink
could have
on,
done.
the Pepto Bismol pink. They could have had that on. That would have been dope.
Look, Angel can lead them to the water. She can't make them drink, y'all.
And Ellie, not Ellie. What's the mascot name? Sky.
Sky's the lioness.
Sky.
The
sky was
lioness,
falling.
I guess.
That was a lazy booty jiggle thingy, whatever.
Here we go. Reddit Milkaway say Angel will one day be aligned with Ellie. See, Reddit, you gonna make Bro Clark.
Yeah, don't have a crash out. He'll do a live tomorrow about it. No.
All they have to do, they have a personal brand. I mean, Angel's personal brand is the people that she works with is endless. I mean, Vogue, music videos, McDonald's, all kind of stuff going on.
They got a nerve to put this on their channel. They had the nerve to put that on their channel.
Dealing with entertainment, fashion,
Beats by Dre,
podcasting, even philanthropy. She did the basketball courts for the kids.
He gonna ban you.
Not only that. So listen, she's got Cash App, right? She's got a partnership with Cash App. She's partnering with Magic Johnson, which we all know is really huge on financial literacy, to host workshops for underprivileged kids and communities. She's got the Beats by Dre brand partnership, and they're always, it was so dope. They sent her, when she did the logo reveal for her shoe, Beats by Dre sent her headphones with the logo, her new logo embedded on the earphones. So it's all of these things, but I want to talk about this video before we get too far away from it.
Go ahead.
So y'all see how they show the different Barbies, right? Complete big missed opportunity, and it was super simple. Wasn't gonna cost them no more money to make it than what they spent on this. Remember in the Barbie movie, and they would go around at the neighborhood. Hi, Barbie. Good morning, Barbie. Hey, Barbie. They could have done that. Something is such an iconic thing that stood out in the Barbie brand, the Barbie movie brand, that they could have adopted to this, and they didn't. You showing the Barbies and you have text on the screen, but you could have done something as simple.
They could have had the dream house.
It could you bring it in. They could have had a dream house. They could have had a brand activation.
Nice
with the dream house where you could go and you can take your pictures. You can have Barbie dolls. There were so many different things that they could have done to have a brand activation that really took this over the top, which is again why I just don't have faith in the organization, because, and it goes back to your original question, Keisha, they have a gym, and I do believe that they understand, but I don't know that they value what they have.
Because I mean, they were in the United Center, so they had enough space to
Yeah.
do whatever they needed to do. Kind of like Sabrina, they set up a whole thing for her
And the
shoes and
fans, you see the
rolling out
fans,
that
they
thing.
was dead. The fans
And
was not engaged. They was like, "What is this?"
the
They just
fans
sitting there like,
get geek for stuff like that, but you got
it
to
was
bring
dead.
the energy.
Yeah,
You got to
You got to
bring
exactly.
the
sell it.
energy
You
with
can't
it.
just create it and have this mindset, build it, and they'll come. You
All
got to
right.
create an experience for them, which is what brand activations are supposed to do. It's
Yeah.
it's about creating experiential branding opportunities that bridge the gap between your fan base and the product that you're putting on the floor, which we saw done really well during Unrivaled.
Hold on. AC Shot Town Kevin said, ladies, you have to understand the Liberty is owned by billionaires and Chicago is owned by a few millionaires. Angel is not giving up her money to pay a mascot or Barbies.
No,
Y'all
and
acting.
we're not suggesting that she should. No, this should be
No,
the
no.
sky.
Look how New York look. Come on now, y'all a major city. It's not like it's a small city in the
Right.
WNBA
It's
like
not a
Seattle.
small market.
Right. You got LA, New York. Y'all should be on ball. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But they just being cheap. You gotta have the right owner. Right owner
But
and you know.
back to her brand, like Angel owns she co-owns a team, which they came out to one of the games. They had the young ladies there. That's when her older brother was there and she was signing jerseys. Like her brand impact is, I would say, on the level of I'll say global, and here's why. She had a partnership with I'm probably gonna mispronounce it, Emirates Airlines,
Right.
right? And her mom went over there. They brought her over there. I forget what was going on. It was a big sporting event that was taking place, but they brought
Yeah.
her over there for that, right? And so she has global reach as well, and I just think it's going to continue to grow.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Definitely.
agree. And I just think they just need to just put a little bit more up into it and it'll be it'll be a good thing. Look, hey man. Hey, Chicago Sky. Listen to me, player. If you plan on real talk, Chicago Sky, listen to me. If you plan on keeping Angel for the long term, and we just gonna say for shit, for giggles, that's what you trying to do. You need to hire some of Angel's people inside your stuff, man, to help you put on these events
Let
and
me tell you
talk
how
with
bad
them.
it was. That day was so bad. Did anybody see Angel post anything about the day before
Nope.
or after the game? Now Barbie is her brand, her brand pseudonym, if we will. Did anybody see her even highlight any of the stuff
No.
besides her picture with Lauren London? I'm not Lauren London.
Right. I know you
Lady
saying.
London.
Like,
Lady
Lady
London.
London, yeah.
No.
yeah,
If you
exactly.
did, please put it in the chat in
Nope.
case because I don't proclaim to see or know all. But you would think.
I mean, I can go look at her
One would think.
account and try to see if I could find something, but no, I didn't see her really
It's almost like it
do
never happened.
do
Almost like it never
anything.
happened.
And she is the queen of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
The
She
queen.
get her shoes painted. She go
Like
the
I said, I
whole.
can't post. Ain't nothing to post. The mascot doing a half twerk. What I'm gonna post? Lady London is the only one that's doing something. The crowd's up there like, you ain't hear the crowd. You hear the crowd? You hear them do anything? No. She
What's
gonna
wrong
post.
with you? What's wrong with you, ladies? Y'all ain't no good.
She can't post nothing. There's
Why you
nothing to post.
don't?
I don't even know why
Why
they posted. They posted like they was doing something. These
why
Barbies, like really,
why you
really.
don't like the twerking from Sky to Lioness? What's wrong with you?
Because it was a half lazy twerk. If you go twerk, get into it. Do a handstand, do something. Ellie was doing that. I'm like, look at Ellie.
They
Heck,
say they say Ellie is too provocative.
oh please. Courtney
Who said
Williams was
that?
doing Courtney Williams was doing a better twerk on everybody. she was She was doing a better twerk on everybody than Sky. Sky I thought
So
she
you
was just too
saying we
cute.
should? So you
She was
saying
just
we
too
should
cute.
be a? You saying we should be about the twerk? Is that what you're saying?
If you gonna do it, don't do it halfway. Don't mess with. Don't
Well,
there's
Bro
nothing
Father
wrong
said
with
they
it.
on the short yellow bus.
Right.
They on the short yellow bus of marketing. Like they'll just scratch the surface with some stuff. We have another on a show next
Oh,
week.
Chi-Town. No.
They're doing something different that Keisha and I are going to talk about, but they recognize it, but I don't think that they have competent people. Chicago, as much as y'all get on my nerves, Chicago Sky, have your people call my people so that I can help you with your marketing. You going downhill real fast. I have worked with brands like Limited Brands, Victoria's Secret, Bath and Body Works, pharmaceutical brands, small brands, athletic brands, music brands, education brands, healthcare brands. Call your girl because y'all are sinking fast. If you didn't have Angel tethered to your organization, y'all would be non-existent at this point.
Well, at
What Eddie Griffin
least
say? Are you going up? Are you going down?
at least they had the
Are you
Chicago
going
Barbie.
up?
I mean the Barbie doll. At least they had
Right.
that.
Well,
Okay.
yeah,
Well, I didn't
well,
even see that. So that's a
yeah,
surprise. But
yeah.
again, who's posting it? Who's really sharing it that
They
much? It
say
didn't
they
get
say
Nobody.
they
it
say
didn't get no traction.
she was gifted her own personalized Chi-Town Barbie doll, but it been real cute to have the dream house up there and the kids come and they can just get them a Chi-Town
Exactly.
Barbie
Right. That would have been.
and
See,
take their photo ops, take their pictures, get their
and you know
dolls.
what'd been real cool? Have her get in the Barbie car, a fake little Barbie car with Ken. Get it,
Hmm
bring a Ken out. That would been dope. Real life. Come
Like for
on.
real. Real.
Like you a kid, you had Barbie and Ken and the dream house.
Hey,
Come
Miss
That's
D,
why.
on.
That's
Miss D,
why.
you giving them too much motion now. If we start seeing some of this stuff happen, y'all better send us a check.
Thank you.
That's why. That's why I said Chicago Sky. She's gonna be a part of your family, right? Talk to her and say, look, you need to uh can we partner with some of your team so that when we do some of these events, we can put forth the right type of event for you so you can feel comfortable. Your team will
Mm-hmm.
be completely involved and they know exactly because I mean the sky might look, we talk about the sky. They might not know how to bring this thing to life.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I
Exactly.
think they need to consult with her people.
Yeah, yeah. One note
So
on the mascots, y'all. Jean Grey shared that they use kids as interns. Those were all kids for that. I'm assuming for that day, maybe not.
Hmm.
Um,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So just a note.
For the
We
mascot?
So
not
that
too much on the kids. Yeah, I
so that
believe
so
so.
that mean they cheap. They ain't want to
No.
pay. Even for the
No.
kid, they
What
could
we
have paid
need,
the kid.
we need a professional twerking dancing mascot. Okay.
She said
Well,
there's a kid that was a kid in the mascot outfit for the day.
they so cheesy. You so cheap. You ain't want to pay the babies. Pay the babies. Oh my God, you paying kids. Here, just do a lazy twerk, not too much, cause you kid. Don't twerk too much. You
Hey,
know, not appropriate.
Nor
Benzino
do we
effect.
want you to twerk if you're a kid.
Listen,
Exactly. No. Well, yeah, you know how that go.
Benzino
Yeah.
Effect said you want an organization that have a Coca-Cola mind to do champagne things, not Chicago. They are cheap.
Well, it's supposed to be
So
Chicago. Come on, we talking about the Chi-Town. Y'all. Come on, y'all gotta have a. Y'all, come on.
it's
Y'all
a
got
huge
ton,
market. It's a
Oh
huge
they
my.
got a
market.
ton of money
Yeah.
running.
Exactly.
They got a ton of money running through Chicago. They can pull this
Exactly.
off. They
It's
can do
cheap.
it.
They can pull it off.
They
I,
can
I
pull this
think
off,
maybe the
man.
sports culture in that area is maybe not well. I saw a clip from, I think it was a baseball team, maybe Philly, if I'm not mistaken. And dude made a offhand comment about Angel and had nothing to do. Like, why are you talking about a female basketball player in your sport? I'm gonna have to
Angel
find it and send
always
it
the
to
butt of
you.
the
But
joke. I saw it. It just come on, really. It wasn't. It was no need to do that.
yeah, the media did make Barbie Day about Caitlin Clark, and I think it was a slap in the face. I was really disappointed. If it was Shimmy Miller and the usual Sky reporters, it wouldn't have gone down that way. But because
Right.
it was on ABC, which is also owned by ESPN, then it was their crew that was covering it, and even the countdown show, they focused more on Caitlyn, and it sucks because it continues to, it's not to take anything away from Caitlyn, but I think when you continue to prop up one person to diminish another, that's where I have a problem. Like, they both bring something to the table, and this was Angel's day in terms of it being Barbie day, and the fact that she got less than 3% of the media coverage for that day. I get she wasn't playing, but neither was Caitlyn. And you
Exactly.
could have
But
centered.
somebody online had a valid point. They said, "Look, y'all showing this video of Caitlyn signing 200 autographs. There was 19,000 people in the building, y'all." They said, "Yeah,
Yeah.
200 is not.
Mm-hmm.
It's,
Yeah.
it's not a flex."
No, it's not.
I was like, okay, look at it that way. But it was Angel's Day. But like I say, it's all in the execution.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, she can't do nothing about the broadcast and the way those people are talking. They can't
No.
do nothing about that. But
No.
the execution of the day could have been better.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's the bottom line. It's just the organization just is not, for it to be owned by who it's owned by, like Miss D said earlier, we're not talking about a small market. Chicago is
No,
a massive market.
great city.
And it doesn't, the way that they do things just does not live up to the market that they're in, or the star power that they have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, even I would just give you a contrast to Miss D's point. The Indiana Fever rolled out strange things. They changed their uniforms. They marketed it. It's a whole thing over there. That's not something Caitlyn is doing. The organization is leaning into doing that. She's not worrying about none of that. They are doing that. And they changed their uniform. It's cool. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie. It's cool. So sometimes you do because I used to do that with my kids. We'll have a theme. Like when I used to coach, help my ex-coach the football team. We had uniforms. We'll have, because our team was the night. And one time we did a different version, and they were the Dark Knights, like Batman. The kids, they love it. It's cool. We got a different uniform.
Yeah.
And we like Batman. So so it's just and so other people see it and they like, oh, that's cool. You know what I mean? It's just bringing more attention to your team, more eyes. People want to join you. I mean, it just makes the atmosphere better. It's marketing.
Right. It could have did a uniform, like I said, a black uniform with blue letters and the inside be pink, and it could have said Sky. Then coming in, we could have rolled out the pink carpet. You could have done all type of stuff. Pink. It should have been pink everywhere. Pink.
Yeah.
And the kids. I think the kids in the Barbie car and all that stuff. Yeah.
Ladies, we're not gonna keep giving them.
Free.
You're
right.
Free game is over.
Okay, I'm
free game is over.
Right.
Now I do want to point out, Jean said that there was a video that was being circulated, I'm assuming on social media, showing Angel signing autographs, but the media didn't show that. And again,
I do have that. Hold on.
Okay, you have it. All right.
I think I just got a picture of it.
Clara said she went to the game and there was a lot going on, from kids tumbling to older ladies dance team.
Okay, cool. We just didn't see all that online.
Didn't see it.
Right.
We didn't see it on TV. Forget online. We didn't see it on TV.
Exactly.
That's my thing with the Sky.
They didn't even show the halftime show on TV, did they?
But my thing is, okay, you can't control ABC or whoever it is, but take pictures and videos and drop it on your social media. Drop it on your TikTok. Drop all these stations that you did at the game and with a lot of show it.
Exactly.
Show people having a good time. Otherwise,
Right, because the video they did show was like, duh. I don't know
But do
who.
we feel like that's a part of the agenda, right? So no, they
Hmm.
can't control the network. So then the question then becomes, what exactly is the network trying to prove by not showing these things? Because we know it happened. You know, there are people who have gone there. There's some stuff that's circulating on social media, but why didn't ABC and ESPN show these things? But they were focused on showing Caitlyn, even though it wasn't at Gamebridge, right? It wasn't in Indy.
Right.
It wasn't, Screech Day. It wasn't
Right.
none of that.
Right.
But they still elevated CC in the spotlight and not Angel. So the question is, why do we think that the media is culpable, especially on this particular day, and continuing to further the narrative that Angel doesn't have the type of value with the league that we know she does?
Exactly.
but
Like,
do you know
yeah.
how you come? You know how you come back? Come back, whatever the league is doing. You drop your own stuff.
Yeah,
Exactly.
this is what you
I
do. Come to your track and take over your track.
yeah,
Exactly. They,
you
She
they need a
did it.
better video team. They need a better
She did it
marketing
in All
team.
Star
you
Weekend.
don't you
Right.
don't you don't let the media control the complete narrative.
Exactly.
If your day was a success,
Show us. I need to
show
see that.
if they're not gonna do it, I'm gonna do it for myself because I'm an organization and I'm marketing my organization to the
Right.
public.
I mean, that was nice that the
I
fans there saw that, but the fans that couldn't make it to the game, we ain't see none of that.
right. I didn't do all I didn't do all this for nobody to see it.
Exactly.
So that's my thing. They are allowing, and I get what you're saying, El, but they are allowing this narrative to continue. Because every time they say something about Angel, I counteract it and show something positive about her. I will keep going, keep hitting them in the head.
Exactly.
Because that's my star. Regardless of what y'all think, she our star. So
Right.
I'm gonna keep marketing her until y'all get tired. So I mean that's what I would do. But people at the game, I'm trying to find this picture because I had it. People at the game had to post pictures. Oh, I got it. Had to post pictures and videos. This guy's a real good podcaster to show people. But he's a podcaster. He's not the sky. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He's doing this for the sky. Wait. What they do? Wait. So yeah, she was doing autographs, y'all. They just didn't show it.
Right. Right.
And this guy from Chicago State of Mind, he's a podcaster. So he must have been at the game. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, he has media credentials. Chicago State of Mind. He does a lot of the post game pressers too.
So it is what it is. They have to start advocating for their own The Chicago Sky got to start advocating for their own organization and for their own stars.
But they're not going to. That goes back to ownership, Keisha.
I got you.
They've shown that they don't value Angel and they don't see that. Anytime you're sophomore, you have a player who's putting up the numbers that Angel is putting up. She has the eyeballs. She brings sports fans, non-sports fans together, and she gets selected by the coaches of the league to be a reserve in the All-Star games because she wasn't voted in as a starter, right, by her some fans and peers, and that's a whole other conversation. But you have that happen. She's a two-time All-Star now. All the other teams are celebrating their players who have been named to the All-Star games, whether they were, I'm sorry, the team, whether they were starters or reserves. The Chicago Sky is the only organization who had an all-star named to the team this year that didn't celebrate their player until after she came back. And I believe it was only done to shut the fans up because they were lighting them up on social media on their pages. And then you come with this, not even home goods, big lots box of stuff that you done put together.
You ain't no good,
And
El.
went in Walmart to the section where they got the fake flowers and put together this little whack paraplegic looking bouquet.
Y'all don't listen to El.
Not paraplegic. That's not what I was trying to say.
I know.
Forgive me. What's the word where you just starving yourself? Like it looked pitiful.
Anemic.
Y'all.
Anemic. Yeah.
Thank you.
Anorexic.
You go and put this stuff together, and then y'all smiling, y'all cheesing. Y'all did it because Tyler was in Indy, and he saw coaches, players, heck, the whole Minnesota Lynx organization catering to and coddling with Angel. So y'all figure y'all better do something. So we're talking about an organization who is moving like that, and we expect for them to do any more. It's not happening. They won't even, this young lady is, in case you didn't know, Angel is out for the game tomorrow.
She is.
Because of her back.
Right.
And this is in part due to how hard she has to play to physically, because in her mind, I'm sure she feels like she's got to carry the team. We've already heard her GM all but throw her under the bus and say she's got to do more. We need more production from her. She's a young lady. Of course, she's going to take that to heart and take ownership of that and feel like she has to do more, even though she knows that she's already been doing quite a bit. Right. But then you take that coupled with bad officiating where she's constantly getting hacked. She's fallen. All of these things are happening. And y'all are not building the infrastructure around her to put her in a position where she can really succeed and not have to worry about that type of injury this early on in her professional career. So we're talking about an organization that just does not value this young lady. And that's why I said, stop giving all the ideas. We know we could put a whole daggone strategy together. And I'm telling you, because I do it, $100,000 contract easily to get them on the right track. But they don't even have a facility. They don't have hot water.
Their facility is the Red Roof Inn, the Planet Fitness gym.
Not the Red Roof Inn.
It ain't even the Red Roof Inn, honey. That's like Motel 6.
Right.
Y'all better stop it.
The complimentary breakfast or the cereal. That's all you get.
Bro Clark gonna beat y'all.
You get that.
Shot time, but Calvin gonna beat y'all. Y'all get beat.
Vending machine. That's all you're gonna get for the food.
Y'all crazy stuff.
Ice outside. You gotta go outside to get the ice.
All right, Chicago. Look, I'm over here standing 10 toes down for you. Y'all better get y'all stuff together, player.
Right.
You're on the clock. You're on the clock.
I don't want them to look. They already got a couple of videos out there, people talking a lot of smack. So Chicago, you can turn this around. Look, you can turn What the hell?
That's right. That's the smack. You gotta smack them.
You can turn turn this around. Do it. Oh.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. No, we understand AC Chi-Town. The media piece is outside of the Chicago Sky's control. We're calling out the bias that the media has, especially a network like ABC and the parent company ESPN, or ESPN is owned by ABC. It's crazy. And if they are continuing to perpetuate this narrative that Angel does not bring value to this organization. So we understand that it's not on Chicago Sky, but there are things that they can do to counteract that, and they're not doing it.
Yeah, they just need to. Like I said, if I was them, I would kill two birds with one stone. I would invite her team in. Look, can we throw you a little bit extra money just to make sure all the events that is involving her is on point? Because we are being judged out in the public by how the perception of how we're treating Angel. So even if it's celebrating All-Star, we need to get your input so we can make sure we're doing the right thing, because her popularity is so great that everything is scrutinized now. So I think they need to get with her marketing, her public relation, her team. They need to get with them, because running around there with a baby cake like they did at the beginning is not gonna work. It's just it's not gonna work. It's gonna be on Twitter for 2 days trending.
Costco cake, the Sam's
And Chicago Sky, you don't want that kind of publicity. You don't want nobody talking about your Costco cake. You don't want them problems. So,
no writing on it. Just here you go. There you go.
Get with her people and say, look, what kind of money I need to give y'all with an extra check? What I need to do?
They gave her the bucket ice cream. The one in the bucket, not the good stuff.
Let me tell you, back in the day, Miss D, I thought that ice cream was good.
There's just ice.
I grew up and was like,
ooh, no flavor to it. You be like, what is this?
Brandon Milky Way said Kroger cake.
Look, I grew up and I was like,
right, but it's good. But come on now, you could spend some money on a private bakery. Come on.
My grandmother used to get the 5-quarter that ice cream with the little handle.
Yep. And guess what? You look, it's reusable. You put the leftovers in there. We reuse that.
Baby, I thought that vanilla ice cream was the best thing since sliced bread until I got grown.
Right, no flavor. You be like, this ain't the same. No, I want the one in the carton. Give me the one in the carton, not this big old chitlin bucket.
Y'all crazy.
Yep.
All right, let's wrap this up.
We about to get out. We started to talk about chitlin buckets.
Right.
So
Time to wrap it up. So what's some of the takeaways, right? And this is where we want Keisha, I don't know if you want to drop the link for a couple people to join us. If not, that's cool. But in the chat, let us know, what are some of the key takeaways that you have as our viewers to reinforce some of the things that we've talked about in the episode, especially as it pertains to the importance and the power of personal branding, authenticity, and storytelling.
Yeah. Any of you ladies want to come up here? Let me know and I'll drop the link. Because let me tell you something. They need to. If I tell them the wrong thing, they're gonna be like, I didn't think it was this hard, but apparently, people kept telling me the WNBA ain't used to this. They got to come around to it. They got to do this. They got to do that. And I'm like, okay, you had the whole rookie year.
Yeah.
What did you do in the off season to not understand that we in a different day?
Nothing. Exactly. The only thing that they did was create this campaign that they didn't even do a great job at marketing, and I can't even recall the name of it. That's how insignificant it was in terms of impact. But they created a campaign where they were trying to bridge the gap between um, the collegiate level fans of women's basketball and the W, because we've heard time and time again that the collegiate level has more fans, people, and they don't always translate into fans in the W, especially if their favorite player or players don't get drafted to the W, right? Or they get drafted, but you don't see them getting a lot of playing time as a rookie. And so, right idea, horrible execution. Horrible execution. And I'm not going to go into the what they could have done because, again, at this point, pay me.
Right.
Right.
But while we're waiting to see if anybody wants to join us or have any feedback on the key takeaways, the last thing that we want to talk about is, if there's, based on what we have shared, when we talk about, again, branding, marketing, storytelling, brand positioning, market positioning, and the value of strong personal brands, if there's a lockout happening, if there's going to be a strike that takes place, who are going to be the big winners and who are going to be the big losers in this?
Well, the the ladies that have stuff going on off the court are gonna be fine, and they're gonna be the winners in this because that gives them more time to go do their podcast and to go do their branding, to go to do more appearances and host more events than they normally don't. The ladies who have not engaged in branding themselves are going to struggle, in my opinion. So that's why I think with Angel, she said it perfect in an interview I listened to. She was like, it's not like I need the money, but there are a lot of ladies in this league who do need the money. So that's why we are all unified and fighting for the CBA. I mean, because we have to understand that some of these ladies didn't know about all these different opportunities to brand themselves like these newer athletes are doing because they come from the NIL era.
Yeah. Do you have that video that I sent you with the interview with Double Take Sports that asked Angel while they play after the Mystics game? It might have been before the Mystics game, but I think that's an important clip to play, because especially as it pertains to what we're talking about right now, and you can hear directly from Angel's mouth.
Yeah, D go while I look for.
And while she's looking for that, Miss D, what do you think?
So my takeaway is timing, knowing your brand, and capitalizing on your right branding, like the StudBudz.
No, I'm sorry. I'm talking about if it's a lockout. Like what?
Oh,
What do
I'm
you?
sorry. Like Keisha said,
Who's
the
gonna win
players.
and who's gonna lose?
I want the players to win, but I don't know. Could be a lockout. I feel that, like Keisha said, some of the players that have their branding already there, where they don't have to really play, and they just kind of be ambassadors, they'll be fine. But so a lot of these players do need the check, and so they had to go overseas, which is not a good right now in certain countries. And but you have the pro, and you have the I think Fran Harris is bringing out something, but it's on these limited spots. So yeah, they're gonna have a hard time if they lock it out or if they go on strike. So yeah.
I agree.
I
mean, so you,
send it to me again if you have it.
I sent it. I sent you. I texted to you the whole video file.
Oh, you texted. I'm looking at that screen.
I would
you
say
can't be switching up on me.
I sent all of them to you except for the ones that I couldn't download. To you ladies' point, I really believe now more than ever is the time that these ladies should be really focused on their personal brand and not just their brand as an athlete. and for a number of reasons, whether there was a potential lockout or not. Um, you don't get a lot of time to play this game. And if your body is all broken down and beat up, or God forbid you have not just a season ending uh, injury, but a career ending one, what do you do? Like, anybody can start over and build something new and parlay into something else, but why not have that foundation already set, so when the time comes, it's an easy transition for you, as opposed to finding yourself in a situation that you didn't foresee coming, and then trying to deal with the emotions and the mental impact of that, while simultaneously trying to still take care of your family, still live in the way that you're used to, still trying to create opportunity and do things. So now you at least have one less thing to worry about, and trying to figure it out, and you can just be. You can live, you can exist, you can heal, you can take your time to get to the next step, and all of those things is what personal branding will afford an opportunity to do. And also, look at Shaq. He was a basketball, can't rap a lick, but that didn't stop him from building his brand or expanding his brand as a rapper while he was still in the league. Even during the pandemic, he was like, we can't be on TV. I can't be, an analyst reporting sports, because we don't really have it like that right now. So what did he start doing? He started DJing. Everybody saw D Nice took off. He was DJing from his high rise, or his penthouse or whatever, and it took off. And then other people that we didn't even know knew how to DJ, were coming out, and Shaq was one of them. And he built a brand as a DJ. So there are so many different ways. Like, what is your natural thing? What are those things that you love to do? We're not one dimensional. We're not monolithic beings. There are so many layers to each of us and the things that we love to do. Not all of them people will look at as monetizable, but I say monetize your life, monetize your voice, monetize your authenticity and your stories. There's nothing wrong with doing that, as long as the foundation is solid, as long as the intention is right, and as long as it's authentic, and you're not trying to be something or somebody that you're not, and you're only doing it for the sake of getting a bag.
All right. So hopefully, I know the younger players, they in the NIL deal era. So hopefully, some of the things they learned, or maybe they still have some of the NIL deals they had in
Mhm.
college, that would help. Like you said, what are some of the other things, talents you have? Because we do have multiple talents. How
Mhm.
can I use that to market, do other things besides off the court that will help me sustain myself? Hopefully they have a team. Hopefully they have a team, maybe like not like Angel, but they have some people that they can go to that could advise them. Like even their
Yeah.
college coaches could probably help them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just
And then
the kind
also, to your point, Ms. D, just to add on a bookend to that, is the ownership piece. Again, Angel is teaching a master class, and if more took the time to humble themselves, or get whatever their biases are out of the way, and look at what she's doing, there's a lot that she can learn. Janine, actually, if I'm not mistaken, was working within the NFL before. I think she might have been an agent in the NFL. And so she parlayed, and it is either her or her husband. I can't remember right now, but taking that experience and saying, here I have this female athlete whose previous manager said they weren't gonna make more than $1,000.
wow.
Now she got a whole multi-million-dollar brand. So how do you making sure that it's not just about the brand deals and the brand partnerships, which are important, but if you are an influencer, or anyone that's an influencer, even those things limit you and your ability to make money, in that, as an influencer, like when you get a brand partnership or a brand deal, there are terms to those brand deals. So for instance, if I get a brand deal with Fenty, that's a beauty product that I use, or I get a skincare brand that's targeted towards women over 50, that brand deal could look something like this. we want you to create the brand deal. The contract could be for a year. It could be for a few weeks. It could be for a couple months. It could be for a week or a couple days, right? Like there are different terms and the length of those contracts. But the brand deal could look like we need you or want you to create X amount of content within this period of time. And the content needs to be on social media. It needs to be in vertical format. It needs to be on YouTube. We need 3 TikTok videos. We need 2 Snapchat videos. All of these things. Like there's a whole creative brief that these brands provide that outlines what your deliverables are. And then I could then, part of my deal with that brand could be, for all of the things that you're asking for, I'm charging you $10,000. And then part of their language could be that they get to use my content for as long as they want to. Now, if you're a good negotiator, you'll know how to negotiate to where they can't, right? But not everybody knows that. So my point is that I could get, like, on a standard brand deal from somebody who may not know how to work a brand deal or negotiate one, I could get paid $10K for 5 videos, but then that's it. Like, they pay me one time and that's it. Where's the ownership in that?
Right. That's true.
So
Right.
it's just as important and more important to focus on ownership through these partnerships, i.e. the relationship that Angel has with Reebok. It's not just about her getting her own signature shoe, but she has ownership in the brand, and she has a lot of creative control and direction in what her shoe is going to look like.
Right. That's very important. Stocks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Percentages. Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Yeah. Let me play this video before we get up out of here, y'all. Hold on.
You've done amazing at is building your personal brand off the court. Is that something that you've been intentional about?
I've always been intentional about my brand. I think that's just really important. Everybody has their own brand and what people are going to look at you as. And I think me being able to be who I am and standing who I am unapologetically myself. So yeah, I know the ball's going to stop bouncing one day. I think people don't always remember that. Like the ball does stop bouncing one day. And hopefully I can just continue to be who I am and continue to do that off the court as well.
Yeah, and similar to that, like you've been able to just flip the narrative, positive or negative criticism. What kind of advice do you have, especially for young athletes, on owning their own narrative?
Yeah, just be who you are. Don't care what anybody else has to say. The real people know who you are. I have a great family, great friends, great support system, coaches, teammates, and the real know who I am, and they continue to believe in me. You can't knock me off my pedestal. Brand's gonna come, if you like it or not. The hate, the love, it pays regardless, and you can see that. And I just continue to be me and know that young girls look up to me. And so I just continue to wake up every day and stand in my truth.
Yep.
There you have it.
Stay on brand. Be yourself.
Yes, and shout out to Double Take Sports for that video clip. She is a sports journalist for the Baltimore Ravens, the Washington Mystics, and what's the other one, Keisha? The Wizards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just want to give them shout out.
Look, be yourself. Stay on brand. Same thing what we talking about with the StudBudz. It has to be in line with what you trying to project out to the world.
Right. Don't be greedy.
You switch up on your
greedy.
fan base. It can get
Exactly.
dicey.
Exactly.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Stay true and don't take everything. Every deal is not for you.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
great. All right.
Well, they found out. That's for sure.
Yeah. They could have had something, just waited just a little longer.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all I got. Any more, ladies?
No, thank you all.
That's a good
I
show.
wanted
Thank
to
you
know
for
the
inviting me.
key takeaways. Huh?
Miss D, thank you for coming through. You
Oh,
always
thank you for
welcome.
inviting me. Oh, thank you guys. I enjoyed it. And the chat was funny. Everybody was funny.
Listen, I'm trying to go between your chat, my chat, making eye contact. Listen, this is a lot of work, y'all. Running a live show.
Thanks in the dark. Thank you, everybody on the chat
Yes.
as well.
Thank you all for watching and subscribing to Cut the Ish Real Talk Sports and KL Jones Media and Miss D's channel. Say it one more time for us, Miss D.
Miss D, 6 Women Sports.
Can you put it in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Drop them links in the chat, y'all. Drop them links in the chat.
Let us know
Ginger,
if you're feeling this show, this content. If y'all want more, we'll bring you more. But you got to let us know. Talk to us now. Talk to
talk to
us.
us. Leave us in the look, leave it in the comments. I read them. Trust me, I read them. Good, bad, or indifferent. Because some of y'all be acting cray. But I'll be laughing at y'all. I'll be like, oh Lord. Some of y'all call me crazy. Some of y'all say, yo, Keisha, I like what she. Oh hell no, I don't like what she said. Either way, either way it go. I love feedback. I love feedback. So let us know. Let us know. Cause trust me, we want to bring you what you want to hear. You know what you want to talk about. And I thought this was a great topic because these ladies are venturing into a new frontier, ladies, to where they now is possible. Look, I can make some money off the court if I do it right.
Exactly. And
Mm-hmm.
there's no doubt that they're marketable. So that's no,
Yes.
we put that
And
to
it's
bed.
understanding your brand,
Yeah.
understanding your story, but also understanding your fan base.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Absolutely.
Understand who your audience is, what they need from you. And again, if you can get people to connect, building community, that's really how you build the brand. Building the brand is just showing up as yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
then the focus should be honestly less about the brand building, but the building of the community, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
what we're seeing, and again, speaking of community, thank you to this amazing community for
Yeah.
rocking with us. We have been talking about ladies night for a really long time, and I believe everything happens in the time that it's supposed to, and out of that came this amazing idea and concept for this show, Off the Court, where Keisha and I, along with our amazing, very knowledgeable, beautiful, powerful guests, like Miss D and ADP and others who will be joining us to come on and share their voice and their perspective because it is valuable. And we are talking about women. We're talking about women in sports. We're talking about the impact. We're talking about their well-being. So thank you. Thank you. Shout out to all my new mods. Make sure that you subscribe to our channels. Moderators on both channels, please drop the links for our channels. Make sure that you like and subscribe and share this content out. Keisha is currently at 1,480 subscribers. Let's get her to 1,500 subscribers.
Hit the button.
Hit the like button, subscribe. She also, you can join her channel, her community channel. I think she has a membership on the channel, if I'm not mistaken. I am currently at just over 1,700 subscribers. So get your girl to at least 1,750. I know that y'all can do it. Make sure, I don't care if you got to switch between channels. Before we get up out here, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. The more that you do that on my channel, then I'll be able to roll out super chats. I'll be able to roll out, content, premium content that's available just for subscribers in the community. So appreciate y'all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Make sure you subscribe to Miss D. I can't even.
I
Her
can't even put
thing.
the right.
Her
Let me
thing
see
is
if I
up there.
I'm gonna
Look, let
see
me
if I
see if
can
I got
copy
it.
it and let me
Make
see if
sure
I can
y'all
copy it.
subscribe to Miss D. Let me make sure I can
Yes, I
copy it.
need over 100. I don't
Okay,
Look,
not for the week posted it. How many do you have right now, Miss D?
78. Yeah,
Okay,
I need.
let's
I
get
didn't
Miss
post
D
it.
to 100 right now. Let's get
yeah.
Miss D to
Oh
100.
yeah. Thank you, not for the week. Thank you for posting it. Thank you. Y'all go ahead and hit that like and that subscribe button. Go to all channels and hit it. Thank y'all for rocking with us tonight. Thank you. I know y'all could be asleep, but nope, y'all rocking with us. So we're gonna let y'all go to bed now.
Wait a minute, don't. I'm trying to get Miss D's link so I can post it in my
Oh,
chat
I
too.
thought they posted it. Oh, sorry.
No, in my chat, over on my channel.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh,
thank
okay.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I posted my page as well.
Thank you,
Oh,
man.
let's see.
Yes, I enjoyed it. This was fun.
Oh, okay. It did let me post it. Cool. All right.
All right.
All right.
Thank y'all. See
All
you
right.
next
Thank you,
Thank y'all.
time.
guys.
See you next time. Bye, guys.